sun. We will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun and we'll never run. And we will fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We'll never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed, divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. And we will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, you'll break. We're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. We're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done.
Hello, and welcome to the Rapid Riders, our long-form campaign here on Fumble Folks channel. I am your Dungeon Master, Sam, and with me are my Rapid Riders. We will introduce ourselves in the traditional order, lest the Discord gods strike me down. Diana is played by Bree.
Yes, hi. Unmute myself. I try to fit you guys into the screen, by the way. That'll do for now.
I'm gonna scooch down.
Yeah, I should have checked that. Anyway, hello. I'm Bree, and I'm playing Diana. She's the Sun Elf, Bard of Eloquence, and Blade Singer Wizard. Yes.
Did it first time.
Yeah. A little bit. That was a guitar, was it? Might have been.
We have Zeke played by Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm playing Zeke Boondiggles, the half-gnome, half-dwarf, half-monk, half-warlock. Currently very far away concerned boy. Looking through the eyes of a crow with his own worries, and now more worries. You lot are going to give him an ulcer.
Yeah.
You already have an ulcer, come on.
You lot are going to make the ulcer burst.
They make an ulcer on top of that ulcer.
Yeah.
Ooh, double ulcer.
Stacks
Yeah.
on stacks. Double ulcer. We
Oh my god.
have Doran with Halite.
Hello, I'm playing Doran. I'm playing Doran? I am playing Doran. Hi, I'm Doran. I'm playing the guy who's really willing to jump off a mountain to participate in this fight, potentially. Potential fight. It's not a fight yet. Don't get my hopes up. I'm playing everyone's favorite muscle-bound mutant, Halite. He is a fighter. He's a barbarian. He's a rogue. He's a half-human, half-Goliath. Quarter-human, half-Goliath. Sorry. No. Core human, mostly Goliath. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I'm also Diana's ex.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
I keep thinking that you forgot, and then you just
Never
throw
forget.
it in there. Just throw it in there.
It's because every time I'm thinking of what I'm about to say, I'm looking away at the screen, and then I look up, I see your face, I'm like, oh yeah.
And then the sad kicks in.
And then the sad.
It always
Oh
kicks
no!
in.
Sorry again. Sorry.
Well,
Okay.
we have
It's fine.
Neotax's Mew, played by Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I play Taxes. The human of the group was once the only rogue of the group, and now is the rogue/way scribe monk of the group. First time that time.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's almost like
And-
it's almost
Almost
like we're
professional.
professionals or something.
Yeah.
Shut
Getting
up.
there.
It's almost as if like we've been doing this for 33
33
episodes.
Oh no, it's nearly when is the year anniversary? We'll have to check that. It's supposed to be coming up.
September.
Like a week and a bit.
That's coming up. That's on the horizon. Oh boy. Well, last but not least, we have Dunstan Dewey Barefoot, played by
Hi.
Phil.
I'm a Phil. I'm playing Dunstan Dewey Fairfoot. He is Lil Ranger Boy. He is part Halfling, part Dew Elf. He is all wholesome. He is a Swarmkeeper Ranger. And he has a little swarm of burbs that help him out, doing daily tasks, doing the chores, putting away the dishes, and murdering his enemies. That kind of thing.
Putting away the dishes and the bodies.
Yes.
Make sure we put those corpses away.
Yeah.
Episode, the party had arrived in Burrowfirth, a town built around a prison to keep majority indent prisoners from the Eastern Wars. So dwarves majority, but also gnomes and orcs, as well as all other kind of indents that could be put to work in mines. Led by Taskmaster Reluctantsheep, a woman who refused to take the name of Reeve so that she could continue to call herself Taskmaster as she feels is appropriate for her town. The party split, with the more noticeably heighted individuals going into the mountains to scout a path that was taken by their companions a while ago to travel to the east, whilst the rest of the party, in the guise of either humans or their indent or lesser than human companions, were escorted as new logisticians, new quartermasters, up to the steel wall and the prison itself. Before the session ended, those scouting in the mountains, specifically Halite, saw the peak, now known as Osnan's Mercy, and received a terrifying vision once again, this time a little bit more clarity on what this thing wants. It wants to be free. Whilst Zeke heard a strange utterance that was not Halite's own voice coming from their body. Demirek di ait nishka ranok jakvit. Ekas alglania. Persveklet ni kal vivai. Ekes enactzia vivai. They were able to use their strange pact with the disparate undead to learn that that meant the Song of War shall return her to Aglania in flame and fury to enact my fury.
Was that a full translation? I thought we got like only a partial one.
It was not like that's what they got from that. You do
There's
know
nothing that we missed.
that they were trying to say something else about the nature of what was said, but they were unable to finish that before the connection was broken. It seemed like that was the translation. There was more to know about what was said there.
Are you able to copy paste that anywhere for us?
I absolutely can.
Thanks.
Reaching through their familiar, they joined the party on the ground. I'm going to put that in the Twitch chat, I think is most appropriate, unless anybody protests. And I'll put it in our private chat as well. And I'll put the translated prophecy in there as well. I'm
That's
calling it
cool.
prophecy. Prophecy sounds like something cool to say, so I'm calling it prophecy.
Sure.
Something
That's why you're calling
inevitable.
That's why I'm calling it a prophecy.
Yeah.
It sounds like a prophecy. It's a prophecy. Anyway. Rejoining the ground team as they crested the long walk uphill to the steel wall, a wall of dark stone reinforced with steel to withhold all of these indents in a place that they can never escape. On the entrance and exit, a crane that lifts minerals out and lifts new indents and the food they need to survive back in there. They saw, walking off the walls, a large smile on her face, a red-haired woman with a warhammer holstered at her hip, with a long tower shield at her side. Smiling face of Taskmaster Breloxa, who welcomed you to her mine. In the last moments before we finished the stream, Diana clocked with incredible accuracy that this smile is a woman who always wants to be the cat when mice are around. She doesn't necessarily know anything about you. She just wants to seem like she always has the upper hand. And Taxes realized that the large cranes next to you, the cog works there, the mechanisms, she had seen that before, being forged by Splitlick for the use of siege. Presumably for a siege weapon. Certainly that was not what Siege had perfectly described. And I believe that's where we are now. I feel like the most pressing thing is the ground team rather than the mountain team. Last step is descended as Boot hits largely cleared snow as the fiery-haired woman in full plate armor approaches you with a beaming smile, stops at the staircase, and just takes you all in. Things. Orpal? Who are these? The steel wall guard who has escorted you here. So, Taskmaster, these are this is the administrator that you've requested. This is their companion. These are their pilings and indent.
I'm already looking at the ground, but I just kind of on that mention.
I'm going to ask you to make me a performance check, and I'm going to ask you to do it at advantage because you have spent so much of your life being the obedient indent in the face of
Performance. That's 18.
Pretty good.
Yes.
Veloxy gives a scan and goes, Administrator. Oh, Quartermaster's sort of a... okay. Another one?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
She just begins walking forward to take you all in a little bit better.
Can I say,
Mhm.
yeah, we have to double check recently with all the goings on in the Empire, you know.
Make me a perception check.
Do I use the dice that I rolled 3 natural ones in a row with? Why not?
No, use the tiny dice
God.
that rolled.
I don't have them with me.
They've rolled so many 20s. Why are you not rolling the baby dice?
Small in stature, big in
deception.
number.
Did you say deception?
This is a deception. Yep. You are trying to deceive her.
Alright. It's over 10. That's good. It's 22.
22. She is actively trying to figure out your deal right now. This is not a passive thing. Cool.
Uh-oh.
She looks towards you, smile unerring. Oh, fantastic. Well, I will never complain about diligence. And mind you, me, I would not say your predecessor has been particularly diligent, but There is room in the coffers of Burrowfirth for multiple administrators. What I really need is a cartographer, mind you. I don't know if that's been passed on, but we need to map these mines better than anything else. Any skills in cartography amongst the two of you?
Taxes does have that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do.
What?
I thought it was. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. Ah, yes. That is a service that we can provide.
Fantastic. I'm sure you're... Is this the first time you've come to Burrowfirth? What do you think of the town?
Yes, first time here. It's charming, isn't it?
Charming.
Cold.
I mean,
Only in winter.
we didn't stay in the town that much. We came straight here to start the job as soon as possible.
Diligent person. That I can appreciate, as I'm sure my guards will tell you. My name is Taskmaster Veloxa. I run these mines. I have done for the last couple decades or so. Well, I don't think I can quite say that yet, can I? But I run it with order, I run it with efficiency. As long as you're happy to follow along with that, I'm happy to have you here.
Of course.
So, follow me. And she begins walking up the steps to the very top and begins looking across the wall, still, or into the actual mine itself. Opal just gestures for you to follow her.
We follow.
Yeah.
Okay. With your
Follow
character
on ahead.
tokens, I'll put Garrick in. Inside, you see a wide sprawl of tents, essentially. That's the thing that catches your attention most. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tents. They are quite big, easily able to fit maybe 10 apiece. With the majority here are dwarves, probably more than 10 apiece. You see immediately below you there are a couple of minecarts on a track that lead directly underneath where this crane can reach them. Heavily foot trafficked. You see even some orcs are beginning to push a cart away. It's empty and it's going back down into the mine. To your right, you can see another one of these cranes is working, currently lifting a big minecart full of ore, ready to put a fresh, empty one through. Actually, no, it wouldn't be empty. You can see one that is filled with what looks like sacks, I think, from this distance. What will you be able to see? It's full of sacks of some description.
Okay.
Yeah, not meant you. Dewey actually might recognize sacks of like sort of oat flour kind of thing, the kind of thing that you can get gruel and oat bread out of quite easily. The kind of thing that they would throw down into the canals quite often to feed the indents.
Very basic.
Let them feed themselves. Here's some carbohydrate. Find some water, make your own
Famous
bread.
phrase, let them have porridge.
Let them have gruel. Very best.
Wow.
Keep them alive, let them work, that kind of thing.
So generous.
Osnan's mercy.
I'm assuming none of you say this out loud.
No.
No.
Good.
It's in the head.
Yeah.
Then we find out she can feed mines. Shit.
Aw.
So,
That would be some shit.
administrator, what was your name?
Sapphire to speak.
Sapphire to speak. And you're an administrator or a partner or a helper?
Partner.
Partner. Well,
Ribbon Briar.
good to meet you. Sapphire and Ruben. Okay. Looking down below, how many dwarves would you say are there? How many orcs? How many gnomes? How many others?
Do an perception.
looking?
Low.
Yeah. What do you think?
Can I do a perception?
Yeah, this is more investigation, like quickly counting the number of tents, thinking how many people could fit in those tents, even though you don't have those numbers. This is
Test?
investigation. Like your passive investigation is like there is no way I can get this number. There's nothing to give me this number, and at the same time, this is a test.
Okay, I'm gonna do investigation
Want me
then.
to do the same? Just have a quick.
If you wish to, yeah. If you're a partner in this,
Is that not rolling?
No.
24.
24. Number of tents. How many dwarves could you fit in the tent? That many.
6.
You also use your inside knowledge of how many dwarves and how many people here Elder Nori said he could mobilize for the efforts of the rebellion. You estimate there must be somewhere around 3,500 to 4,000 total. Individual numbers, there's no way of knowing that. There's nobody who can tell you that apart from her.
So to add a bit of flavor, I'm gonna take my book from Dewey, flip to like the blank page, and start scribbling all like the maths down, and keep looking up and back down to show professional at this. I'm like, well, including all the tents and the average dwarf side, I say between 3,500 to 4,000 in this area.
She looks towards the guards around her, who just look a bit like screw-faced, and she's like, you know what? Pretty much bang on. But that's the important bit. Yes, pretty much. I need to know. There have been so many going in, a lot coming out, a lot that go in and don't come out. There are a lot mining in there, finding veins, and follow them and never come back. And there are a lot that, as far as I know, they're still having children in there. I need to know where they are. I need to know how many they are. I need to know who they are. This project started as a small mine when I was given control. And the Emperor, in his divine wisdom, saw fit to put many of his indents, those who still need to learn of the Emperor's mercy to let them live in his empire, he put them here. I was given no numbers. We tried to count them. We couldn't count them all. And once they're in there, we couldn't count how many were gone. That's your job. I say you, and obviously your assistant. I do have an administrator. They're not particularly adept at the job, but they are trying their hardest on what is, I grant you, it's a very difficult job, my darlings. But you will do me well, won't you? Won't you?
Of course.
Yes, of course.
Good.
I have a question.
Of course.
How long was your time frame? You want this done by?
Well,
I'd say it's a big ask, but of course we could do it. Just need to know how long.
I'm asking the best, aren't I?
Of course.
I am asking for as soon as you can. When you have estimates for me, give them to me.
Great.
If they're incorrect, we'll make them shorter.
Perfect.
But I should introduce you to your teammate. You're not doing this project all alone, my darlings. Where is the logistic? And they look around, and one of the steel wall guards sort of stands up, points a little bit further down the steel wall. Oh, in that tent. Come on, I'm going to introduce you. And you begin to walk off to the sides, seemingly having succeeded in not having this break out into any kind of fight. This is very much, they are convinced, at least for the time being. Walk down small ways, and there is a almost looks like a gazebo-like tent that's been set up here to keep the worst of the snow off it. It's like sat on the top of it, and in the middle you see a individual hunched over what looks like a bunch of crates that have been formed into a table, and an individual with what looks like medium length brown hair. She's clearly like poring over his notes. And Veloxa says, Ruben, Sapphire, let me introduce you to Nia Mew. And you see an individual turn around, brown hair about here, green eyes. And I'm going to put them just sort of on here and sort of blow them up for the stream. An individual with quite red lipstick, very fine put makeup, short cut red hair, green ears.
Does she look?
Taxis,
like...
you recognise this individual. You all see a familiarity in this individual.
Weird. Clock the name. What would you roll, Sam, to keep composure?
This would be a performance check to not break character.
Brilliant. Amazing. Combined with deception, I would imagine.
Virgin saving throw to keep your wits about you, kind of thing.
What was that?
What did you roll on the dice?
Performance, it was a 25.
You are able to roll with the situation in front of you.
Roll with it.
As you see Nia Mew, as they are introduced in front of you.
How old is this individual?
Late teens, young adult, maybe 18, 19.
Two of them, amazing.
Younger than taxes.
Yeah.
Just by a little bit.
Okay. Everybody has my name. It's fine.
Fine. Taxes is keeping her mouth shut. She's waiting until that fucking person's gone.
Paloxa's just sort of watching. Paloxa's going to make a roll. Now the two of you are standing right in front of her.
Single bead of sweat rolls down Taxis's brow.
Okay. Well, I'll let you two to it. You know the project, Nia. You can inform them how far you've gotten. Don't let me down. And if you need to get into the steel wall, flag me down or flag one of the steel wall. They'll be able to work the crane, take you in with an escort, of course. Looking forward to our partnership. And she spirals her finger, and the majority of her guard walk away. There's still a steel wall guard who is watching, posted here.
Hello.
You are left alone.
Nia, is it?
Yeah, I'm Nia. She's
Beautiful
looking
name.
directly towards Taxes.
Yeah, beautiful name. Ruben.
Ruben. Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. You're here to help me?
Help you.
Yes,
Good.
help you.
Good.
Do we need to do an insight check, or is this really as awkward as it sounds?
Jakob, if you could give us a moment of privacy, we need to talk about things that might be perhaps a little bit sensitive. Jakob stands there and just makes no intonation that we've even heard what Nia Muir has said to them.
Jakob! Listen.
Nia, or who would be Nia, just shoots eyes towards the guard like...
Hey.
Well, Sapphire and Ruben.
Nia.
Yeah.
Nia.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
This is what I have accomplished so far in the grand undertaking of Reluctantsheep's census. You can make an investigation check about what they have done.
Swear to God, if they've done a shit job, I'm going to be so annoyed. 17.
17.
In your name.
I was going to say.
You imagine what the layperson might start by trying to do. They've gotten a little bit better than that. They've gone through like, okay, here's how many tents we have. We've at least established that. And then they've started to try and figure out if all tents are like dwarves or all tents are different races, and they've learned that it's definitely a big mixture all over and there's absolutely no rhyme or reason to that. Then they've had to take into account that there are half and halves of everything, and they've started listing them. But beyond getting everybody in line and saying, how do I identify next, there is no way to do this without having everybody present themselves. And that's not stopping anybody from just hiding in the mine and saying, I'm not coming out. And as long as no guards going to force them out, there's no way to do this census. It's an impossible task, but at least they have identified that fact, and they are starting to try and work around the fact that this is an impossible task and they need to get as close as possible. You know you could do better, absolutely, but it's not like this is what an idiot would do, or not even what this is a person who is relatively intelligent would do. It's like, okay, there's some cleverness here, but it's not right by any degree.
Not as easy as it looks.
No. Well, it is our eternal task, is it not? Do you think maybe she just shoots eyes back towards Jakob, this guard who is still guarding you, preventing you from being entirely alone. Perhaps we can talk about this. I feel like more details, maybe private details, might need to be discussed. Things that can't be widely spoken about.
Jakob, don't you understand?
Maybe that chides with you. I have my orders.
You do, and Nia and we have ours. Some things are confidential.
Make a deception check. Actually, with your minimum roll, make it just in case you nat one.
Don't do that. Yes, 21.
21. They muse on it, and they begin walking, following the direction of blocks. So to get maybe 100 feet away, enough that they still have visual range of view, but definitely out of earshot, definitely.
My name?
What the fuck?
What the fuck are you doing?
I thought you were dead!
Fucking weird as fuck. What the fuck is happening here? What is this happening?
Neil,
You
what the fuck?
You think I'm dead, so you take my name?
There's
Yeah,
two of you.
somebody's gonna do your job. Someone's gonna feed the family.
There's two of you?
No.
No.
Hey, you should be thanking me, okay?
I should not be thanking you.
Yes, you should be thanking me.
Why should I be thanking you?
Because guess what comes around when people go, oh, there's somebody who's very clever and somebody that people refer to as taxes and a human. People come around with human tax makers and, oh, look, near humans, near Muir is still here. So can't be near Muir that's going around with these fucking rebels because near Muir is still here in Ben Lycia. But let's move her on just in case.
I thought you just said I was dead, so why would you take all that to
I
pet
thought you were
end?
dead. I thought you were dead.
So if you thought I was dead, right, and there's people asking around who this human is that is taxes, why wouldn't you just say, oh, Neomu's dead?
Didn't think that far, okay?
Oh no,
Maybe...
you never think that far.
Oh, fuck you.
Fuck you.
I'm in it for the long con, and you know I am. Taxes. This is Leah Mew, your younger sister,
Yeah.
who has...
Uh-oh. Dramatic.
Who
end.
Who has
Exit.
important
What does she
information.
have? What does she have?
I'm gonna look back at... I assume you guys are still there. I'm gonna look back at you guys and go, fuck. This
Not
is weird.
With a very concerned crow. Oh, raven, sorry.
is Leah Mew. She's never had a knack for burglary as much as she has had a knack for grifts and cons. But by the time you sort of dissociated yourself from the family, she was still quite young. You've seen her around, definitely, but it's been a good few years at least since you've seen your younger sister.
Don't get why of all places you would pick here.
Oh, I didn't pick here.
Well, why? What happened then?
What do you think happened? I was taking your job up in Middle East, actually earning some money, honest money, dishonestly, which, you know what, Dad kind of understood. And then I got told that actually we needed more tax people back in the main city in Vinin, because suddenly there was a big influx of people who said, well, we're part of the Empire now because the war was over, so suddenly we need more people to account for people there. And I was there, and guess what? I was shit at it, okay? I was shit, so they moved me on to here. I think I was meant to be some kind of insult for Loxa, if I'm honest, because what the fuck is this? How the fuck could anybody do this? They can't, unless they go in there, armed to the teeth, drag everybody out, count them one by one. That's not happening. And how are you going to map it without getting killed by a bunch of indents who fucking don't want to be doing what they're doing? So they just murder people who go in there, I assume, because nobody else wants to go in there, and nobody will give me an escort in there. So I've been stuck here for the last 2 weeks, just doing this.
I mean, the easiest way is to count the food, but hey, you're near Moo, you obviously knew that.
Oh, you know that the food doesn't match. Why are we doing this
exactly.
if the food matched?
If the food doesn't match, then you've got the numbers of people who take the food and then the extra food that is going missing, which accounts for the missing food. That is all of the people.
She flips over a few pages and says, food is taken by these individuals who have designated themselves as cooks. They go in and they do not tell me how many people they are feeding because they say they can't keep count. I have tried to think about this, okay? Don't look at me like I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not a fucking idiot. You're just a genius, okay? Hello, who are you?
Hi.
Because your name absolutely is not
hello.
Ruben.
It is totally, it's totally Ruben.
Fuck off.
Okay.
A lot of taxes is coming through. You're
don't.
learning a lot.
Wow. You know what? Fuck you.
Fuck you.
No, you fuck you.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Who the fuck are you? Look.
Yeah. Anyway.
This is my younger sister. This is the one I told you about. The con artist. Or the wannabe con artist.
I was an actress, who helped people realize that they didn't really want their money. Anyway, what?
Hey, mate, I understand that. I get that.
She's gonna roll. Oh shit, you're Diana.
Ah.
Where? Who says?
The way you're talking, I recognize you. I saw you with taxes. Before all this shit went down. Oh, you think we weren't following you? Come on. You can say you're nothing to do with the family anymore. It's not like we're not actually gonna watch you. Come on.
Uh-huh.
So you're watching me to wait till I die to take my name to Coons Gob. Cool, I get it.
We were watching you for a lot of reasons. Some of them were to keep you safe.
And some of them...
Just to wait until I die and get my money.
We weren't waiting until you died to take your money. If we were going to do that... Anyway.
So you're not denying it.
I'm denying I was doing that.
Mm-mm.
It's a big family.
Hey, Mum and Dad on that.
Mum, you know what Mum's like, and you know what Dad's like. Look, you made good money, and good money could feed a lot of mouths, and why would I not take on the role of a lifetime?
How's it going?
Bad.
Nice.
Bad, because it turns out you can't just be a tax person. You actually have to know how to do taxes.
Shock.
You've got indents now? Are you that rich?
Yeah.
Who are these people?
Sir,
She turns towards Dewey and says, "It's a little bit. Why do you need an indent this short? What do they do for you?"
Carry
we
the
carry
bags,
books
ma'am.
and stuff. Look, he's carrying books.
Guess it adds to the. Fuck, do I need an indent? Is that what this character
He's
needs?
strong. He's strong. Aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh shit, you're one of.
I'm a guy.
Oh, you're.
She's not-
fuck, yeah.
She's not looking. It's very clear. She's rumbled fat. Clearly. She looks towards doing this. Oh my god, you're a fucking scarecrow. You're the fucking one with the birds. You're the swarm lord, the scarecrow.
What's happening?
She makes another perception check. She looks around. Are there any birds near? No, there's a bird on your fucking shoulder. So, oh my god, is this one of the fucking birds?
Do I have Scar on my shoulder?
Yeah, Scar is still on your shoulder.
Who is still trying to desperately contact you.
Hey kid.
Yeah.
Hey kid, you don't have to speak to them. You don't have to speak to this person.
Absolutely,
Just hold the
dude.
books.
Hey, wait, no. Oh, so you're not actually an indent.
Like, this is
Look-
not a conversation to be
towards-
having in an open tent where a guard could just walk in any minute.
Oh, we're just making introductions. It's a tent. It's like a gazebo where you can see both sides clearly. Jakob is the closest person, and he's well out of earshot from a lot of you.
Back to the indent question.
Hmm.
Do you have a way of monitoring whether they get in their food or not? How much food you allocate to them?
She goes to her books and pulls over them and says, "Here's how much food goes in, assuming we need this much food per indent. Then, the fact that they're not dying of starvation, we get to this. Taxes, you look at maths, a lot of it is I assume this is how much an indent needs. I assume none of them are dying. You know when you go to this might be just me, but in GCSE or even A-level physics in England, you get assume this, assume no air resistance, assume no friction, assume this. She has assumed a lot of things that absolutely are important factors and should not be assumed. For example, her idea of how much an indent needs to eat is based off of how much a relatively simple worker needs to eat, not a dwarf that is swinging a pickaxe constantly throughout the day, who's constantly working. She's underestimated on that front. So she has underestimated how many people this food can feed. And then she tries to record all the deaths of people that are dying from emaciation or are moved on from the mine because they've become emaciated. And it's very clear that there's a lot of, you see asterisk, question mark against a lot of them. It's are they emaciated? Are they just injured? It's unclear. It's not clear whether she's failed to investigate that properly or if people haven't told her about the true nature of injuries to these different dwarves, whether it's due to the fact they're not being fed. Again, it's a reasonably intelligent person's best effort, but it's not your best effort. You know you could do better with time, but also that's definitely not why you're here. These people seem to be most in control of distributing food. This Nori bloke, Stomber, and Ricardas. Is that you don't have to raise your hand. I know you're not.
Oh no, that's Phil raising his hand.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I have a question. Because Zeke was trying to indicate that we need potential communication through.
Yeah, there's definitely a moment where your eyes and
right?
everyone's eyes are drawn to the crow because she has just looked up right next to the crow as a way of recognizing yourself.
Yeah, I would have like now that the guard has gone out of earshot, I would have been like to either either Taxes or Diana or Ruben or Sapphire would have just been to one of them and just said, this one was getting a little agitated.
Zeke is seeing all of this. Highlight is recovering, catching a breath.
Okay, that one. Okay, right. Give me a minute to think.
What do you mean about? Is he going to attack us?
Oh.
What the fuck's going on?
Sometimes gets a little testy, man.
When they're trying to get in contact with us, and yeah,
Alright.
I'm stressed.
Dewey is still not 100% certain as to whether he's okay to break character or not.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I'm unsure either. Pretty sure.
That's the correct assumption, but you don't know.
Yeah,
Even-
pretty sure this version of Nemu also will.
Even though he is internally incredibly excited to have heard him being referred to as the Scarecrow.
It's a pretty rad
This
name.
is a fucking Wizard of Oz, guys. God.
Far cooler than anything that Dewey could have come up with.
Yeah, sure shot.
You're like a reverse Scarecrow. You summon birds to you.
Yeah, it's true.
Like,
Anti-Scarecrow.
The anti-Scarecrow.
Right.
alright, kids. Do you want to do something about it? Do you want to go? Do we feel like we need to go somewhere? Is that...
Scarecrow. Last I'm going to say about it.
Okay.
Well,
Scarecrow.
I see why she's infuriating.
Oh, we're all infuriating.
Right. The easiest way to track the amount of people here is to issue ration books, which requires them to write it down themselves, the food they are taking, and have them give it back in at a certain time each day. Without the book, then we know that they haven't returned on that same day, which then accounts for people who are not returning from the mine.
Smart. You need to make sure if they have a system that they like to give it to a representative. So you have to make sure that they can hand the ration books to someone else, but they don't get requisitions enough for their food unless they have that. But we can work around that. Why are you helping? I thought you guys were anti-Empire.
We have a job to do.
To
We
feed
take it very seriously.
Okay. Okay. I thought you guys were fighting. That's what all the propaganda. Anyway, cool. Okay, let's work on a ration book. It's mostly oat flour that we send in there. I guess we need to say how many people you can feed with one sack, and we need that many ration stamps to do that. It's going to need a lot of paper. We can get paper, though.
Assuming that, they can share the food when they get in there, maybe you should lessen the amount of food that they get in order to flush them all out, so you can count them properly.
This suspicion that some of them are... So you can't grow food outside because we'd see it. But I've heard, I know what mushrooms are. I'm not an idiot. And I've heard you can grow them underground. But I've not seen any, and I don't think they'd show us any, because if they were growing their own food, then they're becoming increasingly independent from, say, us, from the Empire, right? So maybe the people who are becoming self-sustaining in there are actually... Again, it makes it all inaccurate. And I don't want to see another fireworks display, so we don't want to do that.
Another
Fireworks display?
Oh yeah, Brunox's fucking mean. You know when she hired me, she fired, well, I say she fired the last guy. She fired him alright.
Oh no.
Turns out, a lot of the gunpowder that comes into the Empire comes right here.
That makes sense. So what happens if we do a better job than you?
We're a team, right?
Sure.
The last guy was caught skimming off the top.
Uh-huh.
And
You're
have
not
you
gonna
been
do
doing
that,
that?
though.
No, I mean,
Good.
I'm not going to get caught skimming off the top.
I mean, you're already
Oh.
underestimating the amount of food.
Oh no.
That is.
There we go. Sarah's just realized what's happening.
I fucking hate this family so much. You are already underestimating the amount of food, which is already putting suspicion on the amount of food that's there, which means you are going to get caught.
Not anymore.
Oops.
Big Sister's here to save the day. I mean,
Oh,
genuinely
Big
go for a
Sister
big
is
cheek.
not here to save the
They
day
go
for
for a
your
big cheek
stupidity.
pinch. Unless you slap a hand away, they grab your cheek and it's stupid.
Are you slapping your hand away?
Like missile.
Sam,
Stunning strike.
Mm-hmm.
can I put a lot of willpower into getting the Raven to possibly try and remind everyone that there is a guard that is staring at them all 100 feet away?
Yeah, I know.
I can't command it to do anything unless
Pack Dewey
I get an
space.
impression of. I can't. I'm too far away.
Make
I
me.
got.
This is very similar to you drawing on your pact. Make me a charisma check to influence through your pact your.
Spell.
Because this isn't just a familiar. This is your
It's-
chained familiar.
Yeah, it's a 9.
Yeah, amazing.
This distance, you're able to see it. You're trying to enforce your will, but it's like trying to whip a rope that is a mile long and have it carry on to the end.
Yeah, okay. I'll go back to being quiet and silently horrified about what's happening.
The most you can do is make the Raven blink.
Zeke, what's wrong? You're sweating and grunting a lot.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear.
While I'm in familiar form, I can't hear you. You can tell I'm in familiar.
I will say, in the context of it, you hear from a distance Jakob, with the hand slapped away. Jakob says, "Is everything all right?"
Yeah, it's fine.
Very well.
Stop it.
Please stop.
Whatever this
Okay.
is, stop.
Okay. Right.
You know what? You
So-
might not give a shit if you die by the hands of that taskmaster. And if you keep going, your time will come. So I don't know what your intentions are. What are your intentions?
I'm going just to get money and get out. I'm not going to be a bonfire. I'm getting out of here as soon as I have a chance. They are very good at defending this wall. They're not very good at watching people that they're not expecting to just slip away. I'll make my way back to Ben Alicia.
But they have your name.
They have her
her
name,
They have my name.
and I have many names.
Oh, you really are sisters.
Yeah.
Their daggers had to be.
Sorry, mistress.
Kid, shut up.
Garrick, this is really bad time to say this,
Do not.
but I have a second guess at what your name is.
Do not.
Oh my good god. Not the time. Not the time.
No, I know, but
But you're totally right. Not the time.
Who is he? This is Leah speaking again.
None of your business.
No.
Indent who carries my shit.
He's got his ring. He's a free
Literally
man.
and metaphorically.
He can make his own choices. And she's looking towards him.
And he chooses to work for us.
Good to know.
Because we are a just and fair employer.
Mm-hmm. There's a gust of wind that blows through snow to stop the gazebo.
Very kind.
And naturally, there is like a what do you call it in the desert?
In the middle of
Tumbleweed
winter.
rolls by.
In the middle of
Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed in the middle of winter blows by.
Wow, that is
Tumbleweed
weird.
made entirely of snow.
Did anyone see
And then
that?
Western music starts playing.
Did anyone see that? That's really weird. Oh. Anyway,
If you want to get in the mines, I don't know what you're here for, apart from
out.
rebel ship, I assume.
Oh.
If you want to get in the mines, then just ask him. They'll even send you an escort.
How many guard will usually go in if people go into the...
2. Depends. If you ask for a bigger escort, they'll give you more.
Have you been in there?
Yeah.
What's it like?
Being sad? What do you mean to say? It's a fucking indent camp.
You're the
What were they
one.
like? Did they bow down, or were they hostile?
It's a mix. There's a lot in there who still are buying into the whole Osn's mercy bullshit and think that if they bow down, they're going to get their silver rings and they're going to get out of there. And then there's some people who realize the whole thing's a fucking scam. And they're just, mine in, mine out. And I don't know. Nori's cool. Stomper's fucking weird.
Alright, Taxes Junior.
Nori was
Nori is the name you know.
contact.
Nori is the
Yeah.
your rebel contact.
Alright, Taxes Junior. How were the percentage, would you say? Junior.
Oh, they go through the book. Vast majority are dwarves.
I know that's gonna piss Taxes off. It's hilarious. Taxes Junior.
Let's take my name, then they take my nickname.
I know, right?
Taxes. That's what they put on the fucking propaganda. Taxes. I love it.
You literally said that earlier. That's not new.
I know, but I forgot.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm like, I didn't ruin anything. That's what you said earlier.
Cologneon provinces and towns. Burrowfirth. I love that the Google Doc. It's also my DM notes. Everything on there. Yeah. Looking at it, of the indents. Christ, here we go.
Okay.
So I have to.
Good.
My indents. My notes account for the people in the town as well. The majority of the indents here, by about 60%, are dwarfs. Then you're looking about 20% to 25% gnomes. And then the rest seem to be a combination of majority orcs, but also Goliaths. Leah's notes aren't that accurate. Not Sam, the DM. Leah, her notes aren't that accurate.
And what percentage would you say are glory to Osnan and not glory to Osnan?
Didn't really write that down, but I guess 1/4 is very much like I'm gonna work hard and get out of here and earn my ring. But don't get me wrong, they do it, but they do like 10 people a week get their ring and they've earned it and they get to go. And then 20 more people arrive the next day.
How does that make you feel?
I mean, it sucks for them.
Sucks for them?
Sucks in general. What do you mean to say? I know you're all bleeding heart. There's no,
I bet.
there's a visible.
I'm just asking. I'm gauging the room. You know.
No, it's Burrowfirth. It's always been Burrowfirth. It's the way it is.
The way it is. Well, how old are you? 18. It's been that
19.
for 18 to 19.
You know what?
19
I heard
years.
how I sounded when I said that, but
Okay.
still.
A whole 19 years it's been like that. Forever.
Yeah, my whole life.
But your whole life, forever, right? Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you think you're gonna what? March up and the Emperor's door, knock knock. Here we are with what do you call yourselves? It's something weird.
Hey,
No,
if you
alliterated.
haven't heard about it by now, then we're doing something.
I heard it, I just can't remember. Wait, and she flips a few pages. Yeah, Rapid Riders. Hey, knock knock, we're the Rapid Riders. I don't know, I just...
Sure. You're smart enough. You're smart enough to know that's dumb.
Yeah, I am.
Mm-hmm.
What are you?
Hmm?
He said, yeah, I am smart enough to know that's dumb. What are you?
What am I?
Yeah, if you're not smart enough to know that's dumb.
You don't get to assume that.
Yeah. Well, you know, if also you think that we're gonna do that, that's also not smart. So it's fine. You do you. You do you in your nice little like robes and your whole 19 years on this planet and with your little tax books that are wrong. And you do you. That's fine.
Look, I'm trying to make sure my family live day to day. And I fucked up and now I'm here. Because
That is a very noble thing to do.
it's really not. It's just surviving.
Yeah. Surviving for you and your family is fine. That's for you, that's a good thing to do. It's good. Some people though, it's not enough. So that's what we're doing. It's just not enough.
I can't relate to that.
Huh?
I've always been shit. I've only been second to indents in the shit ranking. But at the end of the day, if Grey's gonna survive, if my brothers are gonna survive, I have to do this. I have to play the game, I have to play the part. And I don't have time to think about whether it's shit or whether it's good. I just have to do it. Otherwise, my family die.
Fair. So imagine you didn't have a family, and imagine you had 1,000 years to play the game.
I wouldn't be here. I'd just fucking leave. She stops herself for a second and looks towards her sister. Yeah, I guess I'd just leave.
Even though the ones that you loved had a shit time.
Stares directly towards Sax's. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't think about the ones I was leaving behind that have a shit time. I'd just leave.
Okay. I haven't looked between the two of them. I've just looked at. Freaking, what is her name? Not Nia. That one.
Leah!
Yeah.
Leah!
With an L! With an L! Because
Parents are not creative. They ran out of
nope.
names.
Yes.
They had few girls. They decided to make
There are many.
enough. If they shouted, they'd all come.
Okay. Okay.
So should
So
we?
what do you want? Sorry, Kurt, what you could say?
I want to do this job long enough that I get money in my pocket, and then I'll get the fuck out.
We can
So
help.
far,
Haven't they paid you
Cool.
yet?
yeah, I mean, decently. This is
So are you planning?
Burrowfirth. This is a
Yeah.
literal gold mine, as well as other things.
Is that what you're after?
Yeah, enough to look after the family, make sure I'm taken care of. Maybe I'll book a boat north. I don't fucking know. Tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Nope.
No, it's not guaranteed. Why don't you just leave?
I'm playing a role.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, we all are now. We're here.
If you want to help these people, go for it. If you want my help, make it worth my while. Made it
Well.
very clear that it's not in my interest.
Fine. As long as you don't sell your sister out, we're friends, right?
Looks towards taxes again. It's like, there's 100 gold pieces. Just the information about where you could be.
Yep.
Hell, there's 100 gold pieces for the fact that you are who you are.
If you do that,
And
if you do that, they will look in close enough and find out. You risk them finding out who you are, which puts you and your family at risk.
since you like to call me part of the family, putting a person in the family at risk.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
So why
Look.
haven't you done it yet?
Honestly,
She's right over there.
because why would I? I don't need to. With your passive insight taxes, there's still some love there. There's still some care. It's not like a fuck her, she left the family kind of situation. It's I don't want to be the person who'd let my family just go to shit. I'm not going to just turn in my sister, even though she's not part of the Mew family anymore. Or doesn't want to be. It's her perception, at least. You didn't leave on great terms. Look, I'm not going to throw you guys under the bus. You don't throw me under the bus. The ration book is a good idea. I can help you out here. I can get you into Stillwall, out. I can definitely get you integrated into town if that's what you want.
Yeah, you know, we can help you. We've helped you with the idea. We will help you do a really good job. You can put that on your CV and move on. That's what you want. If you want to skip
My
off the
CV.
top, you go. You go do that.
Yeah, but Loxy doesn't really let people just move on here. I mean,
No?
not with their insides unfireworked.
Can't you move on once you've done a good job?
Do you mean that she treats
I think
everyone
this job
like they're
ends.
prisoners?
I don't know if she treats us steel wool. They all seem pretty chummy. Everybody else seems like they are kindling in her eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys hear a shuffling, not quite shuffling, more like a clinking, and you see Bloxer and a couple of steel guards in the distance, maybe 400 or 500 feet away, but beginning to approach from distance. And she's like, shit, okay, she's here. Ration books, good idea.
From now on, we save face. We're doing what you want to do. We got an idea, we're going for it.
Yep.
You do what you have to do, and we'll work from that.
Cool.
Ration
books. Yep.
Ration books. Lower the amount of food that they get. We'll flush them out, and then you can count them. All of them.
She'll like that.
She will love it. It's ruthless.
They're about the level of Jacob as they sort of come in. Hello! Hello, I thought I'd given you some time. Introduce yourselves. I need to go on patrol in a bit. I just wanted to check out you're doing okay. Any ideas? Are we firing off each other? I'm told that's what you do. Leah, as Nia, steps forward and says, yes, actually, I've been working on an idea of creating ration books where if they need food, then they have to ration themselves and come forward, present papers, essentially. I know that they try and keep it all to particular individuals who take it on from us, but at least they would have to take tickets of this ration book to us. It would keep us a good idea. And if they don't want to present the ration book, they don't get fed. And, if they're actually doing something in there, farming anything in there like mushrooms, then we would at least be able to go in after them at the time when they should be coming out with their rations. And she's, that's fantastic. Well done. She's going to make a check. Came up with that idea all on your own after all this time. Interesting. And looks to me everyone's looks to you two and goes,
this woman is terrifying.
And you, do you think that's a good idea? Do you think that's a clever idea?
Yes.
Yes.
Very clever.
Wonderful. Well, we have paper we can requisition. It might take some time to get here from Vinland. But in the meantime, that will help with the census, but there's still the matter of mapping what they're doing in there. Obviously, we know the resources come out, which as long as that happens, I'm generally happy. I'd like to know what they're doing in there. I'd like to know if they're working on extending the mine deeper into the mountain. I just have a good feeling that if we extend deeper into the mountain, we're going to do well. Or you know that the idea of extending deeper into the mountain is more about making a road that goes deeper through the mountain. This is wonderful. I'm so excited. Excellent. Well, you guys keep working hard. I'm going to...
Sam, is that her saying, essentially, like, revealing that they, even someone at her level isn't talking about it as a path through, they're talking about it just as a mine?
She's talking about it as a mine.
Yeah.
She clearly knows
that it's the plan,
but it's not being revealed to everybody at the level here.
She
certainly not at your level. There might be some people she trusts, but yeah. But you tell a guard, they tell someone else. Suddenly, the North knows.
Yeah.
And the North never forgets.
The North never forgets. That's what I was waiting for.
In a couple of hours, I'm going to go on a patrol, just looking for any who are too weak, any too dead. You're welcome to accompany me with the crane. In the meantime, I trust you. Well done, my wee darlings. And she begins to walk off. Anybody should do anything else in this moment?
I don't know if we should ask her or somebody else around, but do they have like accommodation for us, or are we staying in a tent? I probably don't mind staying in a tent.
There's a house within the confines of the actual town itself. We wouldn't make you stay in. We wouldn't make you stay inside the steel.
Oh, of course.
There's no wedge in your ear.
I know. I'm a human.
Yes, I can
Okay,
see
just
that.
so you know. I'm human, my man. Okay. No.
Well, don't miss the train if you want to get in. We're going for Lefty this time.
Righty and lefty.
Okay.
Right, yeah. Okay.
I look forward to her progress. And she pivots, walks away.
That pause is literally her just staying silent and staring at the two of them. Just that little bit longer than is comfortable before turning.
Yeah,
away.
totally.
Is she calculating or just trying to make you uncomfortable?
I
Gives me the
appreciate
feeling
it.
of like an annoyed teacher mixed with like an annoyed like mother,
Yeah.
but always just trying to keep up that impression.
Annoyed teacher, but rather than where a teacher has no real power to do anything real, she has a power to firework you. So,
Firework.
Nice,
Firework you.
I love that. Okay.
Zeke, you have been watching through the eyes of Scar, presumably this entire time, hearing everything, seeing everything.
Mm-hmm.
When you come back to yourself, there is a small layer of snow on your body. Not enough to make you freezing cold, but it's certainly been lightly snowing up here.
Mm.
Right, bud.
Nope.
What's the matter?
Short answer or long answer?
Long one.
They met the Taskmaster, and they've proceeded to do pretty much everything in their possible power to make themselves suspicious.
Yeah, that sounds like them.
Yep.
Are they in
As an
trouble?
aside, Taxes met her sister.
There's a little taxes down there.
There's a little Taxes down there, and guess what? She's pretending to be Taxes.
How does that work?
So now, even if Taxes manages to get away, and the fake Taxes, who's using her real name, proceeds to continue doing the things that she's doing which are illegal, Taxes may not have a real identity to go back to anyway.
That's not good.
No,
Me.
no, it's bad. It's real bad, but
Could just use a different name, I guess. Do they look alike?
it is as if someone developed some kind of cloning thing. I hear a cat.
There's a weird cat in the mountains. I don't know.
Just a random cat.
I hear gentle mewing, and I want to see Kitty.
I can't even. It's too dark. I can't see them.
Fair enough.
There are
I'd
meows
love to
in
see
the night.
on our Twitter at some point a side by side of Nia and Leah. You just how similar they look.
So, but are they in trouble? Do they need help?
No, they're not in any more trouble than they usually are.
Right, because we're very far away.
Yep.
I mean, there's a quick way down. And look over the edge.
I love you, buddy, but if you do that, you're going on your own.
I can carry you.
No, that was not the promise.
Needs must. Anyway, I think the path leads up here.
Yeah. I will
How are
interject-
you the least stressful part of my day, and you just talking in tongues?
I will interject at this point and say that you have established, you've seen, thanks to Doran's travel up the mountain and scouting from above, thanks to what you have rolled really well in survival checks up here, you can see the path that you can take from here. That has been successfully scouted. You know how to get up here, and you can fairly reliably do that in the future. It's not something you can do straight from the prison. You would have to get over the steel wall to get people here. But this is something that you know how to do it now.
How far away are we roughly from Siege's mine?
From Siege's mine? Christ, give me
4 or 5 days.
Let me put up a loading screen for a second for your DM.
Yeah, that's fine.
But anyway, Zeke, while you think about that,
Somewhere between 4 or 5 days.
Oh, that was so good! I timed that so well.
I guessed that pretty well. I'm proud of myself.
Cool. Okay.
With somebody who knows where they're going and is able to walk through the mountains with relative confidence. But there's a lot of dwarves in there. Presumably, it might be a bit racist, but maybe one of them knows how to walk through mountains, knows how to do mountain stuff. That's what dwarves do, right?
Okay. Yes.
Wow.
In the theoretical of it, is this within their sphere of influence or the Burrowfirth sphere of influence?
When you say there, you think maybe a day out it becomes within the forts, within Siege's sphere of influence, if they can send people out to do something about it.
Okay.
Maybe a day out again from Burrowfirth is we can send people out to stop these people escaping. Those middle 3 days, that's wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the idea of Sam being like, all right, guys, not to be racist, but they have a subrace called Mountain Dwarf.
Does any one of you 4,000 dwarves who grew up in the mountains know how to do mountain shit? Not to be racist!
Oh my god, it's not racist, it's just common sense.
Just common sense, but at the same time, like, not every dwarf knows how to climb in the mountains, you go.
I'm somewhat emaciated.
This path, how recently does it look like it's been dredged? Because even if it is snow, you would be able to tell where it's being cleared for people walking through it.
Probably not.
Holes for pitons, ropes.
No, not for a few weeks. Is this weeks? Probably more than that. Month and a bit.
Was Dewey's lessons good enough for their rangers to potentially go as far as now find food in a very mountainous area that is probably pretty scarce around this time of year?
Where you are about 4 days out. They're not going to be 4 days away from the camp to get berries that probably will sustain them enough to just get them back again.
Less berries, more I'm thinking meat.
Meat might happen.
Goat.
There are some teas around here.
Dewey's lessons were almost to the detriment of this, good enough that they could find meat closer to the camp.
Okay. That's fine. That'll scupper that plan then. There's no problem. Hal.
Yeah.
You know how to do those apples and pears bullshit. Thieves can't.
Yeah.
Signage.
Yeah. Can you put something into one of these rock faces that is subtle but reminds us that we're on the right track in case anyone gets lost?
I was thinking of also just putting pitons and stuff all over the place. Just
We need those to get in, bud.
Get in what? Into the mine?
Yeah. We ain't
Yeah.
going through over the wall. We're going over the wall.
I mean, yeah. Everyone frowns at me every time I say that.
Oh no. I'm just gonna literally just gonna be like try and pat him on like his upper thigh because it's as high as I can reach. It's like, nope. Nope, I'm with you.
Good.
Time for
Yeah,
us
I
to do
can do
dumb
this.
shit that gets the rest of them all annoyed at us.
I mean, I did that yesterday. No, same day. I did that today.
I know, but I'm choosing to ignore that because otherwise I'll throttle you.
That's fair. So I'm gonna take out. God, I only have. Do you have a knife?
Daggers.
Oh.
You have daggers?
I'm sure I could have stolen a dagger off someone.
You guys have.
I don't have a dagger. I have a piton. Maybe that will work. As I go.
Probably better than a dagger that's meant to go through flesh. A piton that's meant to go through rock will probably be better, even for this case. Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna try and do like these can't like little direction things, but I'm gonna try and work it in within like natural cracks potentially of mountain and rock, and try not to have it on a like flat facing thing where snow can land on it.
I'm trying to think any situation where this wouldn't be a survival check.
Sleight of hand. I could also do.
I'm going to say, make me a survival check in order to disguise it, in order to see how well disguised it is, and then, based off of how well you do, we'll roll a sleight of hand check to see how clear the message is. The better you do on the survival check, the easier the sleight of hand check will be.
13. I rolled really badly.
13 total on the survival check?
13 total.
Okay, make me a sleight of hand check.
21.
21. You take a step back. You try and find an angle from where it's not obvious. There isn't one. But it is clear.
Could I disguise it with my painter's kit somehow? Like, draw it so it's, like, paint on it so it's weathered and make it more matching the rock?
Certainly try.
Here it is. Every
What
DM's favorite sentence to
I
say.
love that.
What would I roll for that?
Let's go with a D20.
Whatever the fuck you want.
Let's start with a D20, I think. And see how we go on there.
That's a 6.
That's 6.
I can add my proficiency bonus. I'm proficient in painting supplies of that.
Yeah, if you're proficient in painter supplies...
I'm also proficient in painter supplies, so I would like to assist.
Go for it. Let's roll that with advantage, then.
I didn't know that. That's so cool.
How random is that? What the fuck?
That's worse. It's 4.
Couple of printers? Really?
I mean, if you ever ask, I'll tell you why.
It looks more like a rock. I mean, it is a rock, but now it looks more like a natural rock without things cut into it. You've like covered some of the excess chipping you did. You still think if somebody were looking for something, they'd see it? Maybe if somebody weren't looking for it, they wouldn't see it? But
Should I start again?
It's hidden.
No, it'll have to do.
I can start again.
You think it will be difficult to hide this now?
It's fine.
Difficult to hide it.
No, it is what it is. It's the very least. All it says is here.
Yeah.
And they have to also do a thieves' can.
Remind me what message you were trying to convey in the thieves' can as well.
Just here.
Just here.
Actually, basically just saying that this is part of the path. But unless you know what the context is, then it's of no benefit to you.
It's essentially with here is a facsimile of a circle with an arrow pointing just about within it, downwards. The circle is relatively disguised, but the arrow, if you're looking for it, you'll see an arrow.
Fine.
it's disguised.
It's as good as it's gonna get.
Sorry, bud.
It's okay, buddy. Honestly, at the point where people are coming this way, they're gonna keep coming this way regardless at a certain point. So
It's true. No one wants to climb a mountain when it's snowy. Except for me.
except for you.
Can you make me a perception check?
Boom.
Is that both of us?
That one
No,
weirdo
just hello.
climbing the mountain. That's him.
Yeah, who's making the perception check?
I'm good at these. That's a 0.
Okay.
I'm really bad at rolling today.
A
I'm
0,
gonna
like
die.
closing your eyes the whole time.
I rolled a 1, and I got a -1. It's called snow blindness.
So you roll
Yeah.
a natural one.
That's fair.
I rolled a natural 1, but it's minus by 1.
I'm gonna
Okay.
die here.
Yeah.
Yep,
This-
very much.
If it
Anything
is
else?
like the monster in the mountain, why did they pick me?
You turn
I don't
around
know
and
how to
suddenly it's there. No.
I don't
You
understand
don't see that.
anything.
Anything else?
Oh, just questioning my life choices.
Mhm.
You know how to paint? That's cool. How'd you do that?
It was something my mum did.
Oh,
She insisted that I painted along with her.
that's nice. You should do it more often.
It's been a long time. We haven't really had the materials or time, but yeah.
Oh, well, here. Cal's gonna take his painted supplies and give them to you. Just take some out of his bag. Here.
Thank you.
No problem, man. Maybe we can paint together sometime. That makes me think of my dad, too.
Yeah.
I'm all out of red. Sorry about that.
While we're here, bud,
Yeah?
you overheard the conversation I had with Dewey, yeah?
Yeah. The one about the little cabin in the woods? Somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That cabin isn't just a promise to him. If something happens to all of us, and you're the one who gets out, you go there as well. When this is over, he gets it because he's got a girl that he loves, and you've got a home already to go to. You got a mum and a dad who I imagine are really looking forward to seeing you again at some point.
My mom is definitely gonna kick my ass.
I bet she is. But if things don't go our way and you don't get that opportunity, and you're the only one left, you go there, you live, you be safe.
Listen, man, I
I'm just
appreciate that.
gonna grab him by his tearaway shirt and like grab it where the tearaways are, so he can't actually pull out of my grip and pull him down, and just go, no. You promise me that if something happens to all of us, you don't go down fighting, you don't go down screaming and kicking. If you get away, You live for us. That's what you do. Promise me.
I'll try
I will,
to stand up.
and I will literally, I will full strength. He can stand up with me there, and I will literally grip him by the sides of the head and go, "You promise me. I'm not letting go until he understands."
Interestingly, if you're going to try and stand up, I'm going to ask for Zeke to I'm going to ask for a contested athletics check here. But Zeke, you have advantage, and Highlight, you have disadvantage. I'll explain why in a second.
Go for the advantage. That is a soft 20.
$15.
You try and stand up. You see almost like a blue, almost a watery blue light around Zeke's hands, and you cannot pull yourself away. As they are trying to give you an honest talking to about what should happen here.
I know what fuels you is your anger, and the anger on behalf of other people. Part of why we're friends, is part of why I love you, is part of why we do this. But there's only so much one man can do. And at the point where you lose us, I know that's going to break you. So you do not have a choice in this. You promise me the same thing you promised Diana, the same thing you promised Taxes, the same thing you promised Dewey. The way to go forward is to live and tell people the story of what we've done. If you go down in that same fight, then all of this is for nothing.
I've been around quite a lot, around the world, well, continent. I've never really had a home. Benalicia is my home. And
House is the place where you put your head down. Home is the people you're with that you choose to put your head down with. Your home's been moving for the last few months.
home's right here. I tap my chest and the lightning just that's coming out.
And if you go down with the rest of us, then that home burns. At least one of us has to survive. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter how much it hurts. There's no rebellion if you're dead.
I can agree to that. But I'm not abandoning Benalicia. I'm not abandoning all the people of
I'm
the
not
Empire.
saying abandon them. I'm saying go somewhere where you're safe, so you can heal, so you can rest, so you can get strong. Then start getting your way back in.
We cannot, because we are online, I cannot lean over and whisper to Doran. But I am going to send you something that strikes you in this moment, something that has been, I believe, playing on our lad's thoughts a bit, that occurs to you in this moment. Please continue in the meantime.
That's okay.
All right.
need
I
you
don't
to-
intend to be the last one standing. But if I am, I promise.
Promise
I
what?
promise.
I need you to say it.
I promise. After I read this message I've been sent.
Multitasking.
You're using my motto now.
Told you. Zeke's your right hand.
It's fucking true, man.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
I
I
need
will leave. I will run. If I'm the last one, I will leave to recuperate. But after that, I'm going right back in. I can't.
That's. I'm not.
I can't.
I there's no way I can ask you to stop fighting. I know that. But you promise me. And I'm just gonna put my hand to my spear and cut my hand. Go. You promise me.
Highlight reaches back as well on his giant great axe that hasn't seen the light of day ever.
The first blood is ever seen will be your own.
He will drag his hand across his rusty ass blade.
You're gonna get
So how does Highlight die?
You maintain it well. Well,
get
you know what?
an
I'm not going to make character
infection.
decisions for you. If you say it's crusty and covered in tetanus,
You're gonna get an infection.
Good thing.
I promise.
I promise
Blood.
I'll do the same.
blood drips slowly onto the snow, crushed between your feet. As you join hands, make an oath to each other. And as the sun passes its zenith, high noon, not a distant memory, but already fading, we will take a break and rejoin our party in two very different situations. We'll see you in a little bit.
See you later.
See ya.
Guys.
We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian, but all we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop, standing on the top of the hilltop, and we will mock. Viciously, capriciously, we're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry, but when we knock at your door, we're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate, through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander, infiltration, propaganda. After years is finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. We're done.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Rapid Riders. We rejoin. I would say rejoin our party, but our party is split. They are split between the prison camp that is Burrowfirth, contained within the seal wall, and up in the mountains to the north, about 9 miles away.
9 miles.
I think probably best rejoining our party back up in the mountain just after we've had this conversation about the importance of making sure we live through this turbulent time. As Hallett quietens and begins to prepare themselves for the next trek in either direction, Zeke, it's hard to see the the sunlight because it is beaming down onto the white snow and filling your eyes. But you know the strength which you just used to hold Halite to your gaze was not just your own. And in front of you stands an individual which you have seen before. You've seen all of your strange patrons before. This one you have not talked with before. You see a squat dwarven man, a heavily braided beard with hair that, whilst not neatly combed, is at least arranged backwards in an orderly pattern. They are standing stout in front of you with a stern look of respect.
Elder.
Younger, you did right by him. You may not like it now. Putting your foot down to look after people has to be done sometimes.
Taken me a long time to learn it.
Making yourself important.
Sorry.
Knowing that making yourself important. Knowing. Okay. I'll take a quick pause here.
I like old dwarven grandpa.
Apologies, caring
That's
parents.
okay. Knowing that what you have to say is important and making yourself known should not be apologized for. Knowing that people who do not want to listen should listen. Sometimes it's what needs to be done. I'm not saying that you should overbowl people. I'm not saying that you should drown people out. But when you are right, and you know you are right, and children do not want to listen, make sure you are heard.
God, I never wanted to be the old person that would turn around and tell people that I knew what they should do.
Welcome to the club, laddie.
What's your name, friend?
My name is Tandus.
Pleasure to meet you, Tandus.
Well, you've met my wife and son. Thought it was about time I made myself known.
The whole family.
With that sort of affirmative grunt, they disappear, and one of the rings no longer becomes a sonorous hum, but instead becomes an affirmative grunt of assertion.
Getting a good soundboard.
Yes, I am. I should make a soundboard.
You,
What was the name again, Sam? Sorry?
Tandos, Thandos, Tandos.
Andos.
You feel your necklace, this choker, this chain around your neck. 7, I believe 7, just pitch it. 7 of the 14 rings have now been changed from this sonorous hum to something that reflects the one who once wore that ring. You understand a little better about what's going on here with these people that were made indents, made promises, made affirmations, whether lies or truth, that they would serve the emperor, serve the empire, earned their ring to reconnect the wedge, reconnect the indent, and make themselves whole again in the eyes of the emperor. And then, for some reason or another, fled, fought, or were thrown as corpses into the river, fished up by that fisherman whose name, maybe think of it even now. You remember the son? He was interesting, he was fun, but all you remember is falling asleep, exhausted, watching the wind chime that this necklace once was. These are all people who had their own story, had their own past, and had their own desires. And each one of them has those desires still, things they wanted to achieve and never got the chance to. And you are their second chance. Each time you make that second chance reality, make what they wanted to stamp upon this world something that is done, not an aspiration. Gets a little stronger. From here on, anytime you try and summon the spirit to aid you in some kind of recollection of memory, some recollection or aid you in discussion of a topic, and you have satisfied their desires, the charisma check is a 10. The ones you have not satisfied are still loose depending on their own opinion. And you gain the distinct feeling that if you are able to accomplish all 14, a great boon will be established to you.
Mini quests, love it.
Gonna pick up a stone off the ground, kind of, and just, even if Hal's looking or not, just throw it as far as I can off the side of the mountain.
Make an athletics check. Do you wish to try and summon anybody to your assistance to do this? Okay.
Oh, at least I would if my computer wasn't just utterly dying tonight.
Fair enough.
Alright, bear with me.
I mean, we don't have to roll it.
It's not going to allow me to anyway.
That's
Is this
fine.
a roll for you? Because it's going to be shit.
Yes, please. Yes.
You're throwing a rock off a mountain. It succeeds, it's just how far you get it. Is it a nat one? Nat one.
It was a 20.
That was a 20.
It was 20.
Because
25
you
over-
weren't rolling it for you. You
25
weren't
over
rolling
you.
it for you. So it's fine.
25
natural
over.
20.
You offered.
You gave
offered.
it.
You
Right, you'll learn your
offered.
bin now because you did it for someone else.
Bree, I thank you so much for caring that much that you used your 20 on me.
Yeah, whatever.
Emboldened by the new knowledge, you launch a rock. You weren't intending to summon anyone, but someone's still watching as this Goliath warrior is watching you launch this thing. Just gives a big smile. Happy, you know them at this point. You know Anif. They are happy with any display of might, any display of strength. That's what they live for. That's what they lived for. They'll be here for that, and they'll be here for you, as long as that is something you continue to display, something you continue to enjoy as well. The rock goes launching off of the side of the mountain. You don't hear it land.
Jesus.
Yeah, you watch this. A pretty 4 foot tall individual launches this thing with a neat spiral, with athletic prowess that is not usually becoming them, as it goes firing off the side of the mountain.
Was that guy's name Tandis?
Candace.
You guys going on? Jesus. You guys are strong together. I rub my shoulder where I think the ghost like pushed me down.
Yeah, you felt something supernatural was going on when you were held down and not able to stand up. As you were getting a talking to.
You said the ring's glue.
Yeah,
right?
his hands were like glowing as he was doing that.
Let's move out.
Sure. Are we going back down? How are we going to meet up with the others?
I think We go up and over.
Camp?
But not right now. Let's make our way back and see about at least getting close enough that I can talk through or communicate somewhat through Scar. And Diana can communicate through Milo.
How close do you need to be?
Around 100 feet.
I look down the mountain.
If you were at the top of the mountain, if you could somehow abseil yourself to the mouth of the cave that formed the indent mine, yeah, that would do it. Maybe.
The second I see that he's trying to make any of that kind of nonsense stuff again, I'm going to just grab some snow and just throw it at his chest. Like, no, we're walking. Every time you think of something dangerous, come on.
Not dangerous for me. Stop still walking as well.
Look, we both need the exercise. We haven't been working out much lately.
I've been working out like crazy. What are you talking about?
There's a different kind of working out between doing press-ups and fighting.
Yeah, like those are just like, interior muscles. Like, yeah, I get you. I understand. Yeah.
So boring, right? There's nothing quite like actually, Like, dude, you were throwing that guy around and literally beating other people to death with him.
Yeah, I kind of got like wrapped up in the moment. I kind of feel bad.
Just a smidge, yeah. That was brutal, even by my standards.
I mean, did you see Texas?
I try to not watch what that person does. They are utterly horrifying.
I mean, I didn't really catch what you were doing. You were like on a horse.
I was upside down. Not my finest moment, but I did
I
manage
thought
to
that was like
donkey
a cool
punch a guy in the
thing.
back of the head.
I saw that. I think I saw his tooth fly out. Like you hit him in the back, and I saw like a tooth fly out in front.
Yeah. I just remember how unhappy he was from being hit in the back of the head. It made it worth its while. Oh, and ran that guy down to the point where
Dude, you were so fast. I've never seen you go that fast before.
Please don't make me do it often. My legs are still in pain.
Jeez. I think you saw the snow melt.
I'm pretty sure I've got arthritis developing in both hips.
But no, you looked good. Especially when you fight in Texas, too, in the camp. Like, you had a no form and stuff. You weren't wobbling. It was great.
Coming back to me. She needed one other good hit. And she would have absolutely taken me out.
Yeah, you guys went all out. Pretty sick.
Considering she's got no training, considering she's only figuring this out as she goes, she's a damn natural. She's going to be better than I am.
She's got the fire, too.
Mm-hmm.
She was pissed when you did that, like, stunning thing.
Yeah, it was more because she, shanked me.
When'd you do that?
She hit me with the blunt side of the blade. It was kind of like a, if I wasn't holding back, I would have stabbed you and you would have been bleeding to death right now.
Yeah. We fought like so many times.
Lost my temper a little bit.
That's fair. I mean, it's, in for the penny, in for the pound, I guess. But you fought me like, a bunch of times in the mosh pit. You never did any of that to me.
I was never trying to knock you out.
Go easy on me.
I was mostly drunk and never trying to knock you out.
Mm.
What's the point? If I knocked you out, then you'd miss the end of the show.
It's fair. Try it on me. Do the stunning thing.
That's how the avalanche happens.
I'm gonna get my unseen servant to go behind his legs, and I'm just gonna push him so he falls over backwards, like the schoolyard bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking slide them 4,000 drop.
No, into the path.
I'm going to ask you, when you summoned your unseen summon before, it seemed to be the same halfling woman figure. Do you try and change it, or do you?
I'm gonna ask that this time it be my Goliath friend.
Okay. Anif will crawl on all fours. Perfect height, given that they are also a giant kin Goliath individual.
That is a 24 to push you over.
I mean, I was planning to let the Constitution go through because I wanted to feel like I could be stunned. So, like, I'm gonna not even
Yeah,
test.
you're preparing to fail this. So, as instead of like a point being struck, you just feel a shove. You're like, what? What? As you feel like pressure behind your knees as you buckle and fall into the snow hard. There's no rocks. I feel like that. Luckily, on this mountain, there's enough of a snowfall here that you land in this soft, pillow-like snow.
Kind of like that. Kind of like that, but more localized.
That's fair. You're getting real good with those ghosts. I should talk to my ghost necklace. I poke at the lamp.
I'd immediately just throw snow at him again. No.
I think they're creepier than your ghosts. I don't know if that's a good or bad
I'm just gonna pull the spear out and just tap the thing. It's like, I am so tempted to destroy this thing. You have no idea.
Don't. I want to release them.
That is a bad idea.
No, because like when
I'm gonna hold the spear slightly further up onto him. Like for the first time, actually holding a blade to him is like, that is a bad idea.
Why?
The first thing you told us is that they are loyal to Osnan.
Yeah, but no one deserves to be imprisoned.
No one deserves to be imprisoned, but releasing them by destroying the object?
No. When you attune to this thing, it gives you like a bunch of like an information or like an understanding of it. And if I find like a cleric, they can like release them to the afterlife. That's all I want to do. No one deserves to be imprisoned.
No one deserves to be imprisoned.
Like, where they go is not up to me. That's up to probably someone I killed. I look to the sky.
And now I'm going to flip the spear and just twonk him on the head with it. Just, you haven't killed any gods.
I mean, they felt pretty godlike.
Bex.
In your head, you hear very faintly, apostate, as the hands just crawl along your... ineffectually crawl along your chest.
Very weird. Stop that.
Get rid of that thing, man. Get rid of it.
So creepy.
The second
Very creepy.
that thing does anything that is to the detriment of us, I am destroying it regardless of whether you want to free it or not.
Oh, I'll do it first. So far, they seem to be like, listening to me. If not, just a little bit creepy. But I think it's no offense, I look around to where like maybe Zeke's ghost might be. No offense, but I think that's in like a ghost's nature. To be a bit creepy.
I'm quite fortunate that the first one that turned up for me was a little girl. Kind of creepy.
Kind of creepy.
but thankfully she's lovely.
It's nice. I mean, it's really sad because if you're a ghost, you kind of already.
Yeah, that's.
It's real sad. It's real sad.
That's.
Let's get down this fucking mountain.
And bring the spear to his hand so I can pull him up.
Yeah. You help him up. You have to lean very far back to be an effective counterweight.
Basically, like at an 85-degree angle by the time it's like,
You pull yourself up and begin to head back down the mountain.
And just very quickly again, I'm going to jump into Scar's eyes.
I'm gonna pick up Zeke and put him on my shoulders while he's concentrating, so he doesn't fucking jump off the side of a mountain while he's
Thank you.
blinded.
Thank you. I'm just going to see what is happening over there just to make sure that they're still all okay.
You jump into Scar's eyes, and maybe half an hour to an hour at this point, as we rejoin the ground crew. What have you done? Have you stuck around? Have you gone down into the town of Burrowfirth to recuperate?
Many things. So what time was it when that was happening up the mountain?
It's afternoon, just maybe 1-2 p.m.
Okay, cool. So my disguise self will only last an hour. So after we stop talking to fucking what's her name? Leah Mew. And the taskmaster comes over and leaves, then I'll be like, I need a pee. Yes.
Yes, of course. This way.
Cool.
If you want an outhouse, or just go over the edge. The doors smell of piss anyway. So,
but just quickly before that, are the guards are around again now?
Yeah, they're not going to follow you to like an outhouse.
No,
but...
no. Okay, I'll go. I'll go.
Privacy of an outhouse.
Have they stuck around?
There are guards that are like maybe 200 foot away from the outhouse. Nobody's guarding the outhouses. Nobody's posted in front of them as you're here.
Yeah, no,
They don't care that much. You are trusted enough.
Yeah. Cool. I will do it quietly, but I will cast Disguise Self again, and I will send a message. So I'll cast Sending.
Okay. So you redisguise yourself, and taking the moment where you are away from prying eyes, you cast a Sending spell.
I do.
Remind us for people who might have watched before. It usually requires a copper wire. Send in some capacity. Is that on a instrument? Or it's just part of your your bardic focus? Or?
Of my focus, because I don't know where my instrument would be. Is it still on me and I've just hidden it? I think it's probably still on me and it's disguised.
Okay.
Under my disguise.
So, rippling through, in this moment, rippling through the illusion, you pull out your instrument, which is not part of your illusion, but hidden behind, sort of half in, half out of the disguise. Yeah. You run a finger along the copper wire, vibrating it to a frequency that you can cast the spell.
Yeah. I will send a message to Zeke. Saying, we are in. Disguise is working. We have been given a house in town. You can come back. Many things to talk about. Scar is... I run out.
Scar is...
fucking creepy as fuck. Scar
is... Is Scar with you at that point?
No, not with me. He's with Dewey. He's not gonna piss it with me. No.
Okay, that's gonna be a very weird sensation then, because I'm watching something happening somewhere else while things are happening inside my brain very, very far away.
We are in. Disguise is working. We have been given a house in town. You can come back. Many things to talk about. Scar is ... Cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you send in?
I like to think
am I able to respond to this?
You are able to respond. 25.
I like to think that even though we're like yards away, like at the exact point that Diana is sending, Scar is like the crow on my shoulders, just like.
He absolutely knows everything that's going on. Because he is
Terrifying.
Creepy, odd, whatever you wanna call
He's just creepy.
it. Yeah, that is the word that I was gonna use, but I ran out of words. So.
Mm-hmm. Understood. On our way back, what is the best route into the town?
You have more words.
We haven't broken in yet. You've all walked through this, so
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
hoping that you all would have done some scouting while you're walking through.
Yeah. I won't reply because I know they're very far away. So I won't reply straight away. I'll figure out where we are and then where the house is, and then reply at some point.
Well, you'll know when Milo's back within distance anyway, because you're able to feel it. So
yeah, cool.
Cool. Then I will come out of Crowface.
Crowface.
And just turn to Hal and like jump down. And jump down and go, okay. We need to. We're probably going to have to. Oh, we're going to have to wait for nightfall.
Yeah.
We're not getting in any other way. But they have a house. They have somewhere to sleep tonight.
That's good.
Who knows? Maybe they'll finally have enough beds that I get to sleep in a bed for a change.
I'm not gonna sleep in a bed.
Dude, you can barely fit in a room.
Exactly. I mean, we can sleep up here.
They want to talk to us about things, so
About mini taxes?
Probably also about the things that they think they figured out. I'm gonna presume it's gonna end up being with some of us arguing over what to do.
Probably. I mean, what do you think is the best course of action?
I don't think there is any good course of action. People are gonna die one way or the other. It's how many die in the action.
I mean, I hope they got to see. Wait, you said they met with the big leader person, right?
Yep.
How's she looking? She look. She fight.
I think that the ones who are that way inclined were somewhat attracted to her, but also absolutely petrified of her.
But can she fight?
I don't think you get into the position that she's in without being able to.
How much green stuff did she have on her?
She had a lot of patina, her armor genuinely patinaed, like she has been doing this for a while.
Oh yeah.
She's older.
Nice.
But she's not old enough. But she's not old enough to have lost that edge. It's not experience that's going to drive her. It's going to be both. She's still
30s, 40s is what you're.
She's still plenty young enough to have the physical prowess. She's going to be far more competent than that guy that we met on the road here.
He was very strong too. Might be spooky.
I think if we do this, this is an ambush, not a straight up fight.
Yeah. What, you say I can't jump in the middle of 6 of them and just, go to town?
Maybe the regular guards, less her.
Yeah. Did you see a weapon? Where is she? The other guy had a mace. Did she have a mace? Is it a mace? I think it is. Yeah,
on both of them you saw a warhammer. And on all of them you saw impact grenades. Hers looked particularly big.
Oh yeah, they've got fucking grenades. Like,
Do you remember me saying about what what we'd heard about them doing on the front lines, on the ridge.
Remind me.
They have powder that explodes.
Yeah. I remember
This is
that.
where they're getting it from.
Huh.
It may not be the full source, but it's definitely a source.
Stuff is dangerous, right?
Very.
I mean, we were trying to think of how to, close the tunnel. I mean, if that's here, then,
My concern is she's not the kind of woman to go down without getting the last laugh.
she sounds scary. Can't wait.
If we do this, we have to do this quick, quietly, and she needs to be gone before all of the rest of them do.
That means I need to be far away.
No. We're gonna need you.
Since when am I quiet?
When you're not wearing the armor, you're not bad.
Thank you. I mean, I did some training with Texas when, you guys left. She's a pretty good teacher.
Jesus Christ, is there anything that woman can't do?
Right? Go back to Texas.
Disappoint.
Back to Texas.
Meanwhile, back
I mean-
on the ranch.
Meanwhile, back on ranch. It's Texas and your sister.
Sister. Bitch.
Fuck, bitch.
Bitch. One thing Texas can't do is get along with her family.
Ah, there we go. Hey,
A dark
You have-
reflection.
you have a one up on no one.
Oh, you can't get on with family? Oh, how sad. Says everybody else in the team. Do you have a family?
Oh my god, you have a family! God damn it.
I mean, so does Diana.
Hey, I found that out like what, 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Give me
No, like 3, 4, but still.
some time to adjust to the fact that I am no longer alone in this world.
No longer an orphan.
Okay.
Orphaned
enough of
at
that
200
sadness.
years old.
Yeah. None of that sadness. Right. So, okay. We have another hour with a disguised self. I'm gonna
Yes.
go back and
I would say, given the fact that our houses are probably not on the wall, as you are walking
Yeah.
back to rejoin the rest of the party,
okay.
you see a couple of the steel wall guards climb into what are they're not like tiny little mine carts that they have to pack themselves in. These are huge things that they can
Yeah.
easily stand 2 abreast in. And climbing in, or about to climb in, you see the fiery-haired taskmaster herself as she sees you walking back towards the party. It's like, oh, wait, Ruben, wasn't it?
Yes.
So you're a partner for Sapphire there. Do you do
Yeah.
the administrative work yourself, or you just
Well,
help her?
it's more we're business partners and we work well together because it's more brains and I suppose you'd say gift of the gab.
Oh, she's the thinker, you're the talker.
Yeah. Something like that.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And together we kind of work together, you know. It's a good partnership, good dynamic.
Yeah. Sounds like an interesting business partnership. Tell me, I asked the request from Vinin. Are you both from Vinin, or are you from all over?
Yeah. Both from Vinin. That's where we met.
Oh, wonderful.
Big city.
I've only been a few times.
Okay.
but it's always impressive.
It's nice. Good wine.
Are you coming over the wall today?
Now, back
You
over.
you and your partner and your indents. I assume someone needs to take notes.
Yes.
You're coming over.
What? Sorry. I don't know what you
As
mean.
in into the
Are
market.
you going
basically.
over the steel wall with us?
I thought we were over there.
No.
No, we were on the wall, weren't we?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. Right.
She had presented the offer of escorting
Right.
you over the steel wall. It was unclear if you were going to do that today. There might be a point in the future, but
Right. If it's okay with you, we could do that tomorrow morning, bright and early.
tomorrow morning, bright and early, I'll hold you to it.
Okay.
Big smile.
Diana instantly regrets the bright and early part.
Yeah. Hey.
Like, oh.
Hey, that's Bree. She's an elf. She's slightly
Rises with the sun.
earlier than me.
I'll see you tomorrow.
That would be a do-elf. But yeah.
She whistles a signal with two fingers in her mouth, and you see a couple of the guards begin turning a short crank, and then the rest of the mechanism seems to take over by itself as the crane begins to lift. Chains pull this minecart into the air and then over the top of the steel wall. Veloxa looks over, and then just before she disappears behind the other side of the steel wall, turns around to make eye contact with you.
I will also do that. So with the whistling in the mouth, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am impressed. By anyone in real life, by the way, who could do that.
I cannot either.
Yeah.
And the microphone cannot pick up normal whistles, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, get fucked, Phil.
So that's why Phil can whistle in every D&D game. Yeah. I will also look at her in her eyes and say that is very impressive.
She does not respond to just that, but she will lock eye contact with you as she goes over the other side.
Good.
You can make an insight check
Do I
on
make an
that.
insight check?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's a natural 22 in a row. What the fuck? Fuck you, Ben. I got my own.
Only 3.
She's not attracted to you.
She's not distracted.
I should say to Ruben, fucking Ruben
Okay,
Dreyer,
to a man, a human man.
a human man that you have created wholesale from your mind.
He's tall and blonde. Does that make any difference? I don't know.
To her, it seems to be not a bad thing.
I see. Okay, cool. Understood.
You imagine her conversation about establishing that you two were business partners and not otherwise partners was maybe along that lines?
Business partners. Wink.
Doing the Sapphire and Reuben show.
Sapphire Reuben show. God, sex. Oh. Yeah, that's it really.
The only other thing to mention, you're watching the crane work maybe for the first time that anybody's seen it work, particularly in person. Actually, that's a lie. You saw it work earlier. You're getting a bit better idea of how it works now. The cogs move in place to work a sort of counterweight system. The counterweight goes down to lift things up. Then they rotate it, and then they have to release the counterweight slowly to release it back on the other side. You imagine if that counterweight got cut quickly, the minecart would come crashing down very fast.
Noted.
Or if the counterweight would crashed on the way up, there would be no way to actually get it to move back to the other side. Because it relies on that counterweight to work.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, well, when we head back into town, then we'll I'll clock where it is best to come into town, and hopefully in the next 9 miles, I can answer Zeke.
Yeah.
8.5 now.
Great.
Say
It's
why.
going to be a scale up the cliff on the side if you want to avoid the guards, which is going to be an athletics check, or it's going to be going through the guards and blagging your way through, as one of you has... Actually, I don't believe either of you have an indent ring, but you both have indent marks.
I'm not in debt. It's just an
Zeke isn't
unfortunate
in
war
debt.
It's just
accident.
an unfortunate bite mark in your ear.
By accident.
Zeke is an indent.
I have an indent mark. I don't have my ring anymore. I took it out.
Yeah, but you have it on you. If you wanted to use it.
I'd
Going
have
in and out is
jam
not
it
as
back in
easy
my
as
ear.
slipping it in and out. It is
Yeah.
a thing that is sort of like fixed in there when it is there. If you took it out, it's going to be an effort to put it back in, but it's not unavoidable. But you have the option
I
of
can.
essentially deception check to get your way in, or athletics check to climb your way in. Are your options. I will, because we are sort of beginning to run on time, I will say you descend the mountain without much of an issue. Leah guides you to essentially what is the quartermaster's quarters, for want of a better description. It is a big enough house. Looking at the map of Burrowfirth, it would not be too far from the bastion, so it would be on the southern side of town. So it's probably, if you look at the map and you see the big B for bastion there's a house directly underneath it. Would not be that one, but if you look right down underneath it, there's a big house that is sat right on the edge of the cliff, and I'm going to mark that on our map with a red X. That is the one. That is the quartermaster's quarters. Initially, Leah has been living here on her own.
Wow.
It's a big house. There are maybe 3 bedrooms or so in here. There is not so much an upper floor as there is an attic loft space that could be used for whatever.
Okay.
Or hiding half Goliaths. Yeah.
Yeah.
Core Goliath. Core human. More Goliath.
And rather than plumbing, there is a outhouse that leans over the edge of a cliff, I should say.
Wow.
blimey.
That's hanging.
Well, it's efficient unless you at the bottom of the cliff, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm at the bottom of the cliff.
Yeah.
Mostly the edge of the cliff, or the many small steps that went down the cliff, rather than right at the bottom.
I guess
But
that's
yeah.
as close as to where we're climbing to.
Yeah, so I
people looking
will
down.
once we find out that I will sending. Are you sending? To say that.
Gotta go round.
Let's see where we are. I guess it's south. Is it south?
Yeah, the southern edge cliff.
Southern edge of town by the cliff edge. Can climb cliff to reach house.
Gary says, "I'll let her touch. I'll wave light. They'll see where it is."
Will shine a light.
I can have
only-
birds.
Okay.
My birds
only,
on
no.
the bed.
Just
No,
fuck, fuck
No
around,
birds.
fucking words, guys.
Well, it ends in fuck.
Yeah,
But
it's like
Birds.
when you reach
Fuck.
the bottom
he
of
can
the cliff,
shine a light. No Dewey, no fucking. But
reaching the bottom of the cliff, you look up and you see occasionally what looks like an orangish firelight passing back and forth. You guys know that is Garrick atop this outhouse, waving a torchlight across the top of it, only visible from underneath. At least an indication. We're not going to go full Johnny English on this, where you're climbing up a drain pipe. Not drain pipe, climbing up a sewer pipe, but similar vibes.
Zeke, do you want to get on my shoulders?
Athletics to go up?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a natural 20.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
For
3
a
in a
25.
row. You get 2 in a row, technically. I just
On the
You
natural
jump
20, luck is on your side. In the brief flashes of light, you see the perfect handholds every time.
Literally, I'm just gonna just go on the opposite side of where Hal is looking, and then when he turns, I'm already a good 15 feet up. Just come on.
No, you're getting good at this.
He's
Like,
smart.
their reach is much smaller than yours, but they are able to pick out handholds that are much smaller as well, where you have to rely on bigger handholds to support your weight.
It's like a cat climbing a curtain.
As soon as he gets to the top, I'm like, and then I'm just gonna jump.
Yeah.
And then land up top. Hi,
Make an
guys.
acrobatics check.
Got the ring of jumping. When he uses it. I'm not good at acrobatics. 13.
You pull yourself up and sort of through the outhouse. Garrick just throws the top of the lid up just enough in time, but there's only a minor impact as it comes spiraling up through the space. There's still a crack of wood. It's splintered, but it's not fully broken. It didn't make too much noise as the party is reunited in the quartermaster's quarters in Burrowfirth.
Thanks, bud.
Hello.
You see a figure that looks very much like Taxes, leaned up against the wall, just watching the...
Is she there then? Just hanging out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is her house as well, isn't it? That's where she's staying.
So, I think probably at this point I will drop the disguise when we're in the house and safe. I will drop the disguise and then she can see the whole Diana thing.
She looks at the whole Diana, just goes...
I'll make eye contact while I drop it.
To them, Diana.
Okay.
And this is what it looked like. I appreciate you live here. And we are gonna live here too. There's some more people gonna come. I need you to be cool about it.
I think I have a lot of choice.
Yeah, can you be cool about it?
We don't have a choice.
I can be cool.
Oh, hun, she has a choice.
Is that?
Yeah, my choice is sell my sister in as being a rebel, maybe making a fortune to support my family forever, or support my sister in the dumbest decision she's ever made that might change the world for better. But the important thing is I don't have to make that decision tonight, so go for it.
You don't have to make that decision tonight. I'm pretty sure they have a couple of bottles of wine in this cellar, and I can guess which. Once we sleep on it, I can guess which one you would like to make, and I feel like tomorrow we can have a meeting on that. But tonight, show us where the wine is that they keep here, and you can have a family reunion. And until then, we can pretend.
I'll go find a wine. Garrick, do you want to come and help me pick out a wine?
100%.
Garrick looks towards you like, am I following her?
You do you, bud. Like
Garrick nervously follows her down to the wine cellar.
You grab a good bottle there.
Garrick comes up about 2 minutes later, big, red in the face, 2 bottles of wine. I got the wine. It's here.
Yeah?
Don't leave me alone with her again.
Okay. Oh, you sure? Are you sure? Let's do that.
She comes back up and leans against the wall, and that is when Zeke and Halite come bursting through.
Oh my god, amazing.
Alright, guys.
Love Pentagon. Love Pentagon.
Hey!
I
She is not in this pentagon unless I say she's in this pentagon.
And she is not in love.
No, she's not in this pentagon.
I point at her.
Guys, this is amazing.
Not amazing.
People have been calling me Scarecrow.
So,
Hold on.
yes.
Inside.
Oh, we are inside.
Oh right, sorry. I
You're
thought
inside.
yeah, I thought
We're
we were.
inside. We're inside.
Right.
You join us inside.
How about let's get the Goliath off the first floor first?
We're inside.
Let's at least get him away
Update.
from the windows. Yeah.
Updates. Update is, Dewey is a scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently people know who I am, which is amazing. This may or may not be also taxes, and, what else?
As you say that,
Taskmaster is terrifying.
The Taskmaster is horrendous and may or may not be not attracted to me. Not unattracted to me. There's like so many things there.
as you say that, Halite points at taxes and then points at taxes, points back at taxes and back at taxes. Your mini taxes.
Oh, don't.
Don't
I'm
say
gonna go.
that.
I'm gonna go in for a
Also,
hug on Taxes'
update.
sister.
Also,
Okay.
update
Genuinely-
1.1. They're not totally ecstatic. Never mind. Okay.
Too surprised to react. Just
Taxes' sister.
Accept it.
Mini taxes.
is
Don't
this normal?
fight it. It will hurt more.
Yeah. Okay. Not great.
Mhm.
Welcome to the party. I pat on that.
Yeah.
I go.
I am not part of this party.
Nope. She's not.
The an actual real thing I note as well is that like they were happy to see us because they have no idea how many people are actually inside
I have no idea.
the
Oh,
mine.
yeah.
So,
Reluctantsheep maybe had track of it a couple of years ago, but the numbers during the war, she has no idea how many people are in there now.
So-
She's got a guess, but she's not
Like-
got any real idea.
There could actually be cells in there in the mine. Like
Oh, yeah, we know that some dwarves are definitely living inside the mountain at this point.
Stewie, we don't want to say any of this in front of her. So,
I've been here long enough to...
so you and Dewey
Sure.
can do that. No,
Yeah.
Dewey can say what he wants. Ah, okay, cool.
Lovely
In
to
the
meet
meantime,
you,
when
young
Dewey
lady.
is spouting all this
Mm.
very high, top secret information towards the person who is not on our side,
Oh,
yeah,
you're
exactly.
the fire starter.
I will
No.
message.
I'm just an old man.
Taxes. I will message taxes. I mean,
Who is like...
I'm grabbing my guitar. It's very obvious, but she can't hear it because it's in my head.
When you're having dinner with the family, and you text the person sitting next to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm like grabbing my guitar like this. I'm like, I can't remember what to say. Fuck. I will say, I literally don't remember what to say.
While you're thinking about that,
Yeah.
Leah is preparing something. Taxes, you recognize it as
Ugh.
something which you have heard described in your family as everything stew, which is just whatever you could find available to you. But you know what? The smell of it brings back some very odd memories of your time in the family. Just whatever cheap meats were available, whatever vegetables were grown on the side of a road and were salvageable, not rotten, or went in the stew. It smells like that time.
How good is Tax's passive?
One.
Passive insight specifically.
Fucking
20, I
amazing.
think. 20.
Am I able to communicate basically by facial expressions with taxes? Seeing as we've been around each other long enough by this point.
Simple ideas that can be put into 1 or 2 word descriptions of an idea.
Basically, can we trust your sister?
Yeah. So I am. That's what I'm gonna message with my
And
guitar.
I would answer back in my head the message.
Yeah. In your head.
Yeah.
You
No.
hear. Don't think we should speak in front of her, right?
Correct.
Whoops.
Cool.
And then I would do the facial expression to seek and basically say no.
I wish I had silence because I could silence Dewey. Dewey, carry on.
It's forever.
If Dewey carries on, I will vicious mockery him.
Taxes. Leah brings you a bowl of stew, sets it down in front of you, and you watch her hands dance quickly in feast can as she asks you, can she trust your friends?
Yes!
Does any of us see this?
We all
You know,
know.
I'm by a party of thieves.
She's purposeful in disguising this in the moment. She doesn't know what your capabilities are, so she sets it down in the stew, hunches over herself, and...
Okay. So I was like...
Okay.
You
So
were taught this almost as a second language. Every member of your family knows this before some of them before they knew common.
That's so fun.
Not fun. It's a bad sign.
It's a really bad
It's a
sign.
really bad sign.
Bad from the jump.
Fun.
Let's just have a conversation about it. Let's just be open, you know?
No, Lee does not want that.
Yeah, I know.
Can I trust your friends?
Would thieves count back in secret?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But I don't trust you.
Damn.
No reply to that. The bowl is shoved towards you. It's a little bit sloppy. Some of it lands on your clothes as it is shoved towards you. As for the rest, it's not a bad stew for what's been described as an everything stew. Frying a bunch of meat and veggie in a pot with some water never makes a bad result if you know kind of what you're doing.
Cowl. What?
This is great.
Cowl. It's nice. You can cook? Question mark.
I learned how to cook. We all did.
Good.
So you're all here.
No.
For some.
Nope.
So you're not all here for no reason or
Nope.
particular.
You
Pass
keep
her some
talking.
wine. She has one already.
And the conversation will get far less than you would like. Tonight, we are house guests, and that is all we are. Understand? I'm just going to put the wine in front of her.
What is happening? What
She
is
picks
happening tonight?
She picks up a glass like, you're far cooler in my head.
Wow. I know, right? He's an asshole. Anyway. He knows he's an asshole, and he actually, it fuels him. So, don't be personally offended by it.
Forgive me for wanting to stay alive.
Yes.
I'm gonna whisper to.
Sounds like there's some unresolved discussion between the two of you.
No, there's no Thing is, we're very open and honest between each other. So, if you want to join this circle of honesty, by all means, join in. But tonight, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drink this wine, and we're not gonna fuck each other over. So that's good. And generally, we're gonna help each other out. You know, it's a give and take situation, and we're not gonna fuck each other over. That is what's happening over the next few days. So we're all good with that. And drink your wine. And we will find somewhere to sleep and be comfortable for the first time in a while. And I hope you're okay with that.
I'm keeping the master bedroom. They keep drinking.
I'm gonna like lean over to Leah, whisper into her ear. They're actually pretty cool if you get to know them.
She leans back and whispers in your ear. But there's definitely like some unresolved trauma between the two of them, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can keep your master bedroom, and that's fine. What I need is a double bed. What they need is somewhere nice to sleep.
There's 2 double beds. There's space in the attic as well.
Have they got good insight? I'm assuming that Taxes has good insight, so they have good insight. That's my
Friends in the family.
But if I'm wrong, then that's fine. But I will need a double bed. Everyone else will be fine without. That's my like catty bitch thing that I'm doing.
Just used to it at this point.
Do you ever stop doing it?
She does. She follows your eyes, clicks to your side towards Garrick, back to you. Hang under my roof.
This is mine.
What did she say?
You're under my roof, young lady.
I don't think you're under your roof. I think you're under Liam Mew's roof. And who's Liam Mew in his household?
Fuck. That is some issues.
Who's that?
The thing is, I don't know if you're aware. But I am one of the most wanted people in the whole world right now. So I don't care whose roof I'm under. And I
The talker.
Oh, by all means, say it louder for the people in the back.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Was I not loud enough? That's fine. Look,
I don't feel like that's been a problem for you very often.
You know what? There's no issue. I don't care. But what I do care about is the safety of my people. And tonight we are gonna have some wine and learn about Nia's sister, who is actually not Nia, who is Leah, and the originality of.
I'm just gonna look down and just go. Not me who let it slip.
I feel
what
like.
Do you think I let slip?
I'm just gonna then look between Garrick and Taxes and just go. I promised you that I wouldn't be the person to tell the name.
No, I know.
I can assure you he knew before. Just fine.
I still didn't know who Nia is.
Ah, there we go. Surprise.
I kind of feel like we can audibly hear Tax's teeth grinding.
Listen, alright, let's just get this done, alright?
Is that Garrick?
Yeah.
Being super fucking awkward.
Taxes. I've got a second guess for you. Is your name Liam Mew?
Oh no.
Give it here.
Fucking no.
Trust me.
And
Give it here.
I didn't do it. It was.
No, she did it, and it points towards Leah.
Exactly. I didn't. I
Trust
wanted
me.
you to keep the thing. I don't know. It's not my fault.
Fine. You want to play a stupid game in a stupid reality? You can have it.
He takes it from you.
I am taking my drink.
This is mine, and I am giving it to you
I
as a
don't want your
gift.
stupid weapon.
Not some stupid. Look. You know what? I'm going to leave it on the table. May the
Fine.
best thief win.
Highlight takes it.
No.
Make a sleight of hand. Make a
Do
sleight
not
of hand
say
check.
No, I'm contesting that.
Yeah, both make sleight of hand checks.
14.
It's like
21.
Tax is refusing to play along, but realizing that Alex gonna grab me like fuck's sake.
No, my worry is my thief of a sister is there.
Yeah, exactly.
You go to highlight. You go and take it. Taxes. You just like snap their attention to you as your other hand goes to take it, and then you grab an empty table.
I'm going.
Okay, if Taxes is
Wait,
going, I will give her exactly 2.3
Does anybody-
seconds, and then I will go.
Does anybody have a passive perception above 24?
Oh,
9.
No.
No.
not far off, but
You don't
not that high.
know for a fact where it went. Not for
No.
this, but
No, but I don't know. I'm
Leah-
going after
Leah's-
Taxes, so.
Leah is just sort of suddenly very quiet.
Oh.
Try to grab it. I try to do it.
Can I do an insight before I go?
Yeah.
Passive is 20, but that's a natural 20 for 30.
Oh my god!
100% she took it.
I will walk
Well,
up
the
to
second you were distracted by Halite, she doesn't know what it is. You know she doesn't know what it is. You know that she just took something because it meant something to you.
her. I will walk up to her and I will whisper to her, I will give you 5 minutes to put that back in whatever room I go to. And if you do not, I swear to God, I will feel in so much pain, and I swear it on the phone. And I will walk off. As I
She
am done
grabs your
with
arm as you're
everyone
leaving. Says, "You can swear to Osnan all you like. You
I'm not
don't
swearing
swear
to
on our
Osman,
family.
I am swearing to our family.
You don't swear on our family,
I'm swearing on us. Because I am so.
bitch." And she passes you the piton.
Good. I'm storming off because I'm still done with everyone's shit right now.
I'm gonna follow. I'm genuinely
Emily.
gonna give her 2 seconds, and I'll follow. And I'll follow.
Leah looks towards Halite and says, "You look like you're more fun to get drunk with."
I don't typically get drunk.
You're
But
not getting drunk.
I wasn't
What
planning
you
on.
could do, though, is you could show us to our rooms.
Find him yourself. And she stands up and
Oh,
she
damn.
That's fine, because I want to know exactly which room she's staying in, and I would like to get Scar, be able to see her from outside of her window. And I am parking my ass for my watch exactly where I can see her door. She is not leaving this house without me seeing it one way or the other.
And the night passes. The quartermaster's quarters. Nobody comes, nobody leaves.
He's just finishing his food, like after this
He's just like,
horrendous
"This
tension.
tastes nice."
It's just like
Garrick will join Diana in their room. I'm assuming nobody joins Leah in theirs. There is another double bed for anybody who claims it. Otherwise, there's plenty of floor space and blankets in this.
Before
house
going to
built
bed,
for winter.
I will follow Taxes out and
Cool. You can do that now.
before if
It's up to you.
you want
I mean, I'm going to storm to the double bedroom because of the double bed off.
Yeah, the second double bedroom.
Fair. So I mean, it's really obvious that you're having a bad time, so I will follow you and do the whole thing like So when you go into your room, what do you do? What does Taxes do when she's really annoyed and angry?
Hang on. Tell how fit she is. She's chucked her book to the other side of the wall,
Oh,
so the
hold
pages
up.
are laying out.
The book did nothing wrong, okay?
Nothing on,
Okay.
but the book.
So I will go in and I'll close the door behind me and I'll be like, say nothing. I'll go over to the book and pick it up and put it on the bed.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. Punch somebody, not the book. The book is an inanimate object and actually quite breakable.
So is a person, except they're not in that.
No, they're fine. They can be healed. The book can't as easy.
Okay, I know.
And then I'll like tap on the bed, come and sit by me and talk about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. She has messed up everything.
Yeah. Now or
No, I mean now.
past? Uh-huh.
I know I don't use my name, but I can't ever use my name again.
Yeah, but I honestly don't think you could have used your name ever again anyway. If I'm
I know.
honest. And yeah. I know you guys are not that you don't want people to know your names and I get it. It's one of the reasons why I put my name out there as much as I can so people know at least one name. And they latch on to at least one name and everyone else can stay even slightly anonymous. So if there's a chance that you can use your own name again, that's fine. But are you attached to it? Or are you just mad that she used it?
I'm just mad she's used it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
She doesn't get it. No, she's done something stupid. And she's making a game of it. She hasn't thought about it. She hasn't planned it. Not only she's not planned it, she's messed up her own life, and she's messed up my life, and she's messed up our lives. Because it's a game.
Yeah. And not to sound shitty, but that is what 19-year-old humans will do in this situation, in this world.
Not what I did at 19.
No, that's not what you did at 19. You were smart, and you also knew me. So, you know. We did some cool things, so.
Because I thinking back, we did do a lot of stupid
We
things.
did some, thinking about it, we did some really shitty things, right? So.
My first person at 19 because of you.
Yeah. Mhm. Pretty sure she hasn't killed anyone yet. Just saying.
So broke into a library. Stupid. Okay, still, that's not the point.
No, that's not the point. The point
Sorry
is...
to interrupt, but Sarah, I'm having trouble hearing you. Is that everyone else? Or are you just speaking a bit quietly?
No,
Nope.
just you.
No,
you're
we
in,
get
bud.
Little bit, but it's mostly coming through for me.
It's fine. Sounds fine for me.
I think it's okay on the stream, this one. But thanks for checking.
Yeah, let us know if you can hear taxes.
Fine,
on.
Taxes doesn't want to be heard. Whole point!
Me and taxes are okay! Okay. Yeah, we did some stupid things.
Yeah.
She is also doing some stupid things. She is a little bit younger than you. She didn't have the influence that I and the crowd had, as Nemesis had on you. And although she is not pro-Osnan. She is not pro-rebellion. She is so self-centered. And that's fine for her. And that's fine to be. You know?
Yeah.
She hasn't sold us out yet, and I don't think she will, but if she does, what do you want to do about it?
Difficult question.
It is a difficult question. It's not an easy answer.
The honest answer is I don't know.
And if she wasn't your sister, I know what I would do, but if the fact that she is, so
That's what
you
makes
need
it
to think on
difficult. I know.
Because I'm sure there are things that we can do that doesn't involve the obvious.
There's somewhere far away. It's probably the easiest, but
Yeah.
look, they're poor. 100 gold go a while. A long time.
Yeah.
That's the reason I
Surprised.
can't trust her.
Yeah, I fully expect her to turn us in, to be honest. 100 gold is a lot more than she's gonna get as a bonus for counting all the indents in that mine. So.
I was tempted to offer some of our party funds to keep her quiet. But
Yeah.
she would take that and then turn us in anyway.
Exactly. I think what we have at the moment is we have that renown that we haven't seen anyone for a few weeks, right? We haven't seen anyone, and then we saw those indents yesterday, and then we saw your sister today, and they're kind of afraid of us, right? I think that's gonna work in our favor. I think they assume that we're gonna silence them. So we have that. But we will see how that goes.
We will think about it when we need to think about it.
You think about it tonight, and I will do what you want to do. I won't do anything else unless you say.
I appreciate it.
Thanks. That's fine. And you got your piton back.
Pissed about that as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I genuinely didn't. I didn't tell Garrick your name.
No,
And,
I know.
Yeah, I know. Just that sucks. That is a bad luck.
Yeah.
But he gave it. If he gave it to you as a present, that's nice.
Tell yourself that.
Also, she tried to whatever. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, she tried to take it.
Yeah, no, it and him. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
That's fine. I don't care what she wants. She's not gonna get it in anything that we do
I know.
today. So.
I know.
Are you
I still
okay?
apologize. Fine. I'll be fine. I will always be fine.
Yeah, I same. I will always be fine. Do you believe me?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I do. Sorry, Bentley's gone on a rampage. Generally, fighting the shit out of me, something pushed against my chair. It was the vacuum.
Oh god. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Backville, I do believe you.
Believe me that
Yeah.
I'm okay, and I will always be okay. Because I know that Taxes thinks I'm not okay, so that's my thing.
I know. I mean, you know that taxes know you're not okay.
Yeah, I know.
But I believe you tell me if you're not okay.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
What?
About the
Mm.
fact that you haven't seen your family in however many years, and now you're seeing them, and then they're gonna fuck you over.
I mean, this is my family.
Yeah.
That's nothing new.
Eh.
It is nothing new.
What is new is that we're all involved, and that you're the most wanted person, apart from
So
everybody
you're
else.
the one. What? You're the one most wanted.
I'm the most wanted person.
I don't
and
even have my face on the poster.
I made it that way. You are like the how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth most wanted person. Vex might be above you actually. So 6th most wanted person
I feel like
in the world.
most
right
of
now.
Rebellion is above me.
Exactly. So
My
that's
description
different.
is woman who calls herself taxes. I am not
Constantly in a hood.
possibly in a hood.
Possibly human. Probably human.
And now she knows. So the family that you think that you left behind is now not left behind.
They were never left behind because they were watching.
Apparently. But you didn't know that.
No, it just annoyed me even more.
Yeah. Cool. What are you gonna do about it?
Feel like that's a task after this rebellion is done.
Okay.
What I will do about it is when we have done our tasks, I will certainly show them not to watch me anymore. I will get further and further away.
Question.
Hmm.
After the rebellion.
I mean, how after the rebellion? What? I think I misunderstood the question.
Yeah, the question is very vague. The question is, what do you mean?
What do I mean?
After the rebellion, like.
After the rebellion. As been when our task is when our part of the rebellion is done, and that part can be vague in its sense. It could be us just kicking off the stone, well, kicking off the pebble to turn into a boulder, letting everyone else finish off the task. Or we could finish it. Or could be the ones to finish it. It doesn't matter what our task is in that sense. But if I survive, then my plans have changed. And my plans involve my family. And finding out why they watched me. I don't particularly want to ask Leah that question right now. She's not happy with me either.
No. I mean, knowing the very little information that I do know, I can imagine that they watched you because they actually give a shit. Bleh. And I. Okay, cool. I wasn't gonna do this now, but apparently this is the thing that's happening. So, I was a. you're very rare this is a very rare thing that's happening is knowing what's happening after the rebellion, and I really appreciate that. And I've said this to Garrick, and I need to say it to you as well. That if shit happens, you need to leave so you can live after the rebellion, and that you can rekindle stuff with your family. That you can find those questions. You can answer those questions. And I am not sure what you would do if something were to happen to me, and I need you to know, I need you to remember my motto. Okay, so there's no rebellion if you're dead, and that's true for you, okay?
I feel like I'm one of the very few people in this party that follows that rule.
Good.
I don't do
I know
stupid
that.
things.
I
Okay.
know that. And I actually trust you to let me go. And I trust you to go. I don't really trust anybody else to do that. You're the only one, and you need to go. Okay. I speak on behalf of everybody, and I will be the first one to be cut down, and I know that, and I need you to go. Okay.
You can trust me to go. But I will not let you go.
I know. Yeah. I know.
You trust me to live. But you will always be there.
Jesus Christ.
Guys.
Fuck you. Okay.
I want to make me cry.
Oh, make me cry. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I don't know why I rolled a dice. Diana cries. That's fine. Yeah. I know. I need you to make sure everybody else does the same, and they're all fucking stupid as shit. Okay. Yeah. I assume you're like next to me, sat next to me. I like grab your hand in a weird way. Yeah. It's not weird. It's just
Weird.
it's just hand
If
holding.
you go to grab my hand, I will put my arm around you to give you a little hug.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's sweet.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
hug about. Okay, it's fine. It's my
Well.
defense. It's my defense mechanism.
As you hold each other in this moment, if I am correct and not wrong, we will.
We just get wine.
Wine. Some
We'll
wine and
just
some
give 'em wine.
cuddling.
Let's give a-
We'll give 'em a wine. Don't break this book. And we'll deal with your sister tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Enjoy your double bet. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
And as
Sorry,
a party.
Squirrely messaging me as well.
What?
I got Squirrely messaging me as well.
Damn right. Yeah.
As a night is with you and a long rest, starts, we will rejoin our party next week.
Whatever nonsense we're doing next week.
More crying.
God only
probably.
knows. Osnan only knows. That was fun. You all lived. Big reveal.
This time. Excellent reveal. Wasn't expecting that at all.
Leah viewer.
I like Tax's sister.
Yeah.
Great character. But damn.
Yeah.
It makes my blood
Very
boil.
much. What if Taxes had not become part of a rebellion, gotten stuck with a family?
What if taxes can speak? That's literally.
Yeah, Taxis had like plus 1 or 2 more charisma.
As soon as I get self-confidence, it's over for you, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Points into charisma, not int, is very much the style of...
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow.
Long night in Burrowfirth. In relative comfort in a warm house. Then pulling their hair out always with this
And
could
an
go very, very wrong.
utterly untrustworthy NPC that we've got to contend with, who literally said, "So what do? Do
It's
I
a
turn in my
tough
sister
world out
and
there.
allow my family to live like kings,
Yeah.
or help my
trust her.
sister and put myself at massive risk?"
Moral.
I trust her.
I know what I would do in that situation. So.
Clearly
Yikes.
some hang up there, but who knows? We'll find out next time on our Rapid Riders. But
Next
if
week.
you want to catch stuff in the meantime, what's the best place to find out about that, guys?
Yeah, so a couple of announcements. This week we have our new one shot. You can see them here in a little threesome. There's it's actually reversed on the stream. There's
Put it too far away to reach it.
but
Ben's got it up there.
we now have a level 1, 2, and 3 one shot. A new one called Riders.
No, we're riders.
No. Oh no.
Oh no, not Riders from Above.
Riders from above, where us rapid riders come and fuck you up from above. No, Raiders from above. It has some cliffs in it. Yeah. So that is
Sold.
now have-
Sold.
Sold. I'm done. Yeah, Ben's gone. That's fine. We now have a beginners bundle where we have 1, 2, and 3 level one shots, which are perfect for beginner GMs, beginner players, and you can buy them together or separately. They will follow on from each other if you so wish. You can get them on our website as a bundle. You can get them on Etsy as a bundle, as a physical bundle like this, or you can get them on DriveThruRPG as a PDF bundle. There is currently a sale on an Etsy at the moment, so you'll get them usually for $5. I think it's less at the moment, and as a bundle, it's like $12 or something like that as a PDF bundle. Yeah, I think maybe Phil has put the links in the thing. Other than that, if you're local to Cardiff, we have a non-D&D TTRPG taster event in a month time, where you can learn to play. We've got Fallout RPG, we've got Feng Shui, we've got Doctor Who, we've got Humblewood, which is D&D 5e. You could play like
It's animals, so it's
cute little
different.
animal characters.
It's better.
It's better. It's so wholesome.
You can make
Where
more.
Pitch came from. Exactly. We've got Last One Standing, which is mine. It's like a Hunger Games type thing where you just gotta fuck each other up. It's fine. I'm missing one.
Vampire.
Vampire the Masquerade. Yes. Holla. Which we know the synopsis for it. It's fucking amazing. So, yes. We've got that happening in a month. If you're local to Cardiff or South Wales or even Bristol, even the UK, why not? Come down for that.
Make a weekend of it.
Make a weekend of it. Yes.
Cardiff's a lovely city.
Yes. Come say
Another
hi.
weekend is no, that's it. I don't know what else to say. I think that's it. That's all my announcements.
We have Best Left Buried.
We do.
That's happening at some
that's
point.
not coming for a little while just yet.
It is happening in
The week after Oz.
August.
It is happening in August.
Yes.
In 3 weeks.
Yes. So
2 weeks.
Saturday,
Horror.
So yeah, in a couple of weeks' time, Doran will be away, which is sad. But also, we're doing other things, which is good. So, on the 17th, we are doing a one-shot called Best Left Buried. There it is on Ben's. There camera. It is super cool.
Nasty.
Upside
Sit
down.
down.
There we go. It is a horror one-shot game where you get to literally, like, your whole being is to get out alive and literally bury the rest of your party. So that sounds really fun. If you want to come and see us fuck each other over, that's the game. Other than Rapid Riders, that's the game for you. A week later, on the 24th of August, we are going to be doing an exclusive. I think we're doing this right now, so I'm going to say it. We're going to be doing an exclusive with Andrew Kolb, who wrote the Neverland book. There is another book coming out in autumn called Oz, so it's Neverland and Oz, and we will be Andrew Kolb, who wrote both books, will be writing
and running.
Yeah, we'll be running a game of Oz for us on stream.
It will be the first time that it's been showed off.
First time
Anyway,
it will be
Very exciting. Very exciting.
So yeah, super excited. Other than that, that's it.
yeah, I'm
Cool.
going to be back on Saturday with more Skyrim. I think that's most of our schedule for the next couple of weeks because, you know, as if me, Bree, and Phil don't have enough to do pulling our hair out.
It is
Yeah.
coming up to 1 whole year that we've been a thing. And we will have some kind of celebration for that. So if you are local to Cardiff and South Wales, Bristol, then
England or the planet Earth, then come see us.
Exactly.
I can't come.
No.
Damn it!
You have to come here first from planet wherever. So yeah, join our Discord and you can find out what we're gonna do for that, which is good.
Doran of Planet Doran.
Doran of Planet Doran, yeah.
Where I'm from.
Okay. Other than that, has anyone else got anything they want to say?
Yeah, tonight's stream was lovely. Thank you very much, Sam, and everybody who played, because you're all lush. How's that for an announcement?
That is a great announcement. We are, after this revelation, we are going to be doing a Riders Digest because I want to know exactly how Sarah feels.
Family.
Which can be found on where, Bree?
It can be found on Patreon. If you want to know what we feel and think and why the fuck I cry all the time, you can join us on Patreon.
Patreon.com/FumbleFolks.
Fumble Folks, where we discuss things in character, in person, like as people, as players, also, yeah, all the things, and we'll might find out why I cry. So yes, I cry a lot, so come and find out why. But yeah, if you come and join us Patreon, you can get our Riders Digest stuff. Yeah. Anything else? Cool. You got all the links, which is great.
I think so. I think I got him.
Yeah, Patreon's in the link tree as well. I think
It's all
everything's
good
in
link
there.
tree. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. We are going to be raiding Kaz, the DM. Who is doing what, Ben?
Hey.
They are
Art.
doing, when he wants to tell me, they are doing D&D art, and they request specifically that people ask them about my gay samurai frog.
Amazing. So, when we head over there, can you please, everybody, ask about the gay samurai frog?
All at once.
All at once. Go. Good. Right. Cool.
Thank you guys for joining.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
joining.
so much,
Thank you,
guys.
Sam, for running us again with our bullshit emotions. And
Soap drama.
so much
Soap opera.
drama and emotion.
If I keep putting emotions on top of the other, we don't have to resolve anything. I put more emotions on top.
How do you keep up with the emotions? And then, you know what happened is that you put an NPC in to flirt with the NPC that is apparently in love with me. I can't even. Right, we'll do that in the Writer's Digest because I'm mad at you. Right, okay. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch this and see what happens. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Okay, bye.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like